What is going on, brothers? What is going on? It is your dude, Mr. International Passport. We are here yet again for another classic live stream. Hope you're doing well. Press a 1 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. Isma, how's my audio? Is it good? Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm very good in this side. Everything is okay.
Okay, awesome. Let me know, brothers, in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. So special announcements, as you know, Python course is coming very soon. So make sure you join my Python course to get you into IT. Okay, go on the Patreon, look for the tier called the Ultimate Python Course January 2025 tier. Join quickly as spaces fill up. Aside from that, book an IT consultation with me for IT guidance, IT support. You find that in the Candy link in the description in the description box below. If you want to know how freaky DR women are in the bedroom, okay, we have intel on that on the Patreon. So join the Patreon for that as well. And aside from that, copy merch, get a t-shirt, get a hoodie. And aside from that, make sure throughout tonight or today, you support the stream, hit the super chat, hit the PayPal donation, okay? So everyone's coming in right now, Isma. So awesome. So press a 1 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. Simple logic, visionary. How is my audio? Let me know, please, in the chat. Okay. Am I good?
About me?
No, not you. Just the people in the chat that watch my
Okay.
channel. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, we're good. So Isma, let's get straight
Yes.
into it. Okay. Thank you very much for your time. How's your day going so far?
My day is going very good. I love Sundays because most of the time they are very quiet, very soft. I like to stay at home on Sundays, so I'm very chill person most of the time. So I appreciate that. How is going you?
It's going fine, Isma. I went to the gym yesterday, so I'm a bit tired. I did 1 hour cardio, running, step master. So I feel good. I feel pumped up. So
Super
I had a
good.
great sleep. So Isma, let's get straight into it, okay? So
Yes.
can you tell me who you are, where you're from, and anything interesting about you?
Okay, my name is Isma. I'm a model, actress, and entrepreneur from Dominican Republic, and actually, I am the first Dominican woman with her own fashion doll line. Her name is also Isma, and about me personally, well, I'm a dreamer. I like to be simple things, and other things are not too simple, like traveling and everything. But yes, that's me. I love fashion. I love art. I love culture, sunset, coffee, martinis. That's me. And pink.
Okay, Isma, I've got a strong feeling that you like anime and you read manga. Is that true?
Um, Anime and manga. Well, at the moment, I think I am more into Korean series or dramas. But
Okay.
I remember some animes from my childhood, like Sakura Karkato. They are very old, so yes.
Oh,
But
oh,
but in
is
general,
that Cardcaptor Sakura? Cardcaptor Sakura,
yes,
right?
yes, this is
Yeah,
exactly.
classic.
But
I just
okay,
watched
no me.
classic. I love
We
that show.
oh god, we start too early. We start too early, but yes, yeah, but it's because I mean, Dragon Ball. I don't know if they are, but I'm more into Asian, like Korean, Italian culture in general. I mean, music, food, series, entertainment. I think I am more into that now, but I'm open to everything, so that's okay. But yes, I love Sakura.
Me too. I remember. Yeah, I remember the characters. That was a good TV show. Cardcaptor
That
Sakura. Type of one in the
yeah,
chat if you know that song. Yeah, go on.
yes, yes, they are not. Maybe this generation now doesn't know them, and that doesn't mean I'm too old, but I really let you know.
Amazing. So next question for you is tell me about life in DR, Dominican Republic. Is life good there? Is it bad there? Is life good in DR? Is my question for you.
Life is good. If you're asking me if life is good in the art, I think absolutely yes, because we have the most important thing most of the people need for it be truly happiness or have truly happiness. We have a great weather. We can work. We have certain freedom. You can express yourself with all the freedom you need, and that's it. I think that is the most important thing we need. Whether We can find our jobs. We can do the things we like. We have many entertainment stuff. We have beautiful beaches. Oh my God, we have so many beautiful natural and everything. So I think it's a good life in the art.
Amazing, incredible. Now, tell me, how are DR people like? Are DR people extroverts? Are they introverts? Are they kind people? Are
Oh
they
my.
sad or angry people? Overall, on average, how are DR people like, Isma?
Oh, okay. In a society and in a country, there is a lot of everything. But I can tell most of the people in the art are very, very positive and happy people. We like to help each other, we like to support each other, and we can be very open to receive people from another country. And even if you are good people and you treat our people good and you have some interested for our culture and everything, we will be even more open to receive you and bring you love. So I can describe Dominicans as three things. They are very positive, happy, and enthusiastic also. Yes. But you
Wow,
can find everything in everywhere because we also have like certain people who are maybe more aggressive or like everywhere. But the standard is not that.
amazing, amazing. So, next question for you is, so now tell me the weather all year round in DR. All year round from January to December, is it mostly hot? Is it cold from for the first 6 months and cold for the next 6 months? How's the weather like all year round in DR, Isma?
Okay, I can tell you, around the country, we have the North Coast is the most cool or fresh weather most of the time. And
Mm.
I'm here in Punta Cana, so here the weather is most of the time hot because we are more close to the beaches and everything. But I can tell you now, between January, February, March, between January and March, the weather is more fresh. And even the last December, we have for us cool weather. Maybe for somebody from Europe, some countries in Europe, maybe the weather is not cool enough. But for us in that season, yes, because most of the time we have hot weather in all the country, but the north coast is like more fresh weather because they have more mountains and the location is very different. And the same like places like Constanza, Jarabacoa, and well, Constanza and Jarabacoa, they have in the north coast, they have the most cold weather all the year.
Okay,
So
awesome,
yes,
awesome.
so I can tell we have everything because if you want more fresh weather and mountains and lakes, you can come to the north coast. And if you want to enjoy the best beaches, we can go to the Punta Cana, of course.
Awesome, awesome. So now tell me about DR food, right? Is DR food tasty? If so, what's your favorite cuisine you recommend to new people coming to DR?
Oh, especially American people, they love our food. They love the sazon, how we say it, because oh my God, even us, we absolutely love it. I mean, the rice with chicken and beans are the most popular food in the art, and we call this plate la bandera dominicana. So, and it's not especially the flour, but it's like everybody can determine or identify this Dominican food. Americans love the Dominican food, especially rice, beans, and chicken, and pica pollo, of course. But we have many mofongos. Yes, we have many.
Okay, and what is your favorite cuisine? Your favorite
Well,
food?
I absolutely love the beans and rice. I love more seafood and mofongas with some shrimps maybe. Yes, that's one of my favorite. But I in general, oh my God, I think I like maybe I like some Indian food, I like some sushi, I like some Dominican food. um like I like to take the one part for every culture about music, about food, and about everything. I like to take a piece and say, okay, I like it, I will take it. Not only Dominicans, I like to know and explore about everything.
Wow, incredible. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming that you like Korean food as well.
Yes, I like dumplings food and I mean sushi in general, but yes, I love Korean food. And because I like spicy food. Some Mexican food are like good for me, but maybe they are not spicy enough.
Amazing, amazing. What do you think? What do you think about Jamaican food? You like Jamaican food? Just chicken and rice?
I can tell. I can tell. I can tell if you try some Dominican food, they are very similar than Jamaican food. I mean, Caribbean in general, we have similar stuffs and. But no, I. If I tell you yes, I lie because I never sit in a table and nobody told me like this is a Jamaican food. No, maybe I should have to try. If you can send me some recommendations, I can try here because maybe there are some restaurants here I still never explore about people from Jamaica or similar.
Awesome, awesome. So next question for you, Isma,
Mhm.
is DR cheap or expensive? Tell me the cost of living there. Is it a cheap country? Is it expensive in your opinion? Break it down for me.
Oh, okay. Well, even if we are on Iceland, the cost of life can be very different from everybody. There are people who can live maybe not a good lifestyle, but they can live with $1,000. But there are another people who need almost 10,000 or more. That means how is your lifestyle, which apartment you have, which location you have, because in Santo Domingo, in the capital, or even in Punta Cana, the rent for a minimal place can be $500. But if you go in a way, the city where I born is very close to Punta Cana. You can find a very nice house for $500. But in Punta Cana, you can find a normal house, maybe one room, with $500. So that means that if you the lifestyle and how much you spend in a month will depend the city you are living and your lifestyle. If you are going to tennis, Pilates, if you are going to many concerts, if your clothes is very expensive, because we have many expensive brands here. We have Louis Vuitton, we have Yves Saint Laurent in Blue Mall, Punta Cana, and also no, Blue Mall Santo Domingo, and we have another brands. So I mean that depends on your lifestyle, but in general, to be a normal or good lifestyle, I think with $3,000 is enough.
Amazing, amazing. So next question for you is,
Mhm.
so tell me the good things about DR. Tell me the top five good things that you like about DR. Five things.
Of course, the weather, the beaches, because and it's not even us. We are always recognized that we are in the 10 most famous beaches around the world. So it's not because it's my country, it's not because it's my beaches. No, I love the nature here. I mean, sometimes because not matter the place you are going, if you are the south, if you are in the north, if you are even in the furthest spots, you will always find different activities to you can enjoy and everything. So the nature is like the number one thing most beautiful about here. And well, I say the nature, I say the weather, and another thing is the people. And I think is the easy way you can find things to do here, because people are always open to help you. Or I don't know if this depends the people you are, but me in my personal experience as a Dominican, I can say people can be very like helpful, and I think this is this is the four most beautiful things you can find here in my country.
Amazing. Now, tell me about all the bad things that you don't like about DR. What don't you like about DR in your opinion?
Oh, to be honest, the bad things, I can't say five. I can say less. I can say less, and I will be 100% honest. One is the system. Yes. we have enough potential to be even more rich country. We have enough potential to bring even more opportunities to the young generations and people from everywhere. But the system is very controlled for the governments and everything. So I can tell the system, and also at the same time, something who is very connected with the system is the security, you know, because everybody is different, and no everybody can think, okay, I will go to the school. I will be a good person. I know I will find better opportunities. No, there are people who are very negative and close mind. So what they do is, okay, they don't have enough accountability or responsibility about their actions, and they can create their own opportunities. So they think, oh, it's not my fault, it's the government's fault. So I'm going to go to the street and stole people things and everything. So this is affecting us everywhere and always. Maybe some people outside the country, they saw the news and they can think, oh, the situation in DR is every time more worse. No, we can tell at the moment is we have more control about this. It's not too dangerous like the people say, but we still have the problem about security at the streets, security with center with certain people, like stolen things up the streets and scamming people and everything. And the three things I can mention negative is the opportunities. Yes, especially in the art environment, in the entertainment environment, and the way still more women have to struggle more than men to find professional opportunities, because most of the women are finding opportunities because they are getting married with certain kind of men. But we should have to find opportunities because we are professionals and because we are enough to have the positions of the work we deserve, or create the like, or create the lifestyle we want just by ourselves. So I think there are only three things.
Okay, thank you. So next question is that, so a lot of black men are interested in DR, right? They
Yes.
want to be in DR, they want to date DR women, etc., etc. So my
Mhm.
question is here: is there racism to against black men in DR? Isma, any do DR people not like black men? Is there any racism towards black men from America, from England, from
Oh,
Canada, and even DR black men themselves? Racism.
yeah. Oh, I think there is a lot of everything in everywhere, but I can say that's kind of stupid when I see like people here being racist with another black people, because we are black people. Even me, I'm light skinned, but my mom is black. The family of my mom is black, and my culture, I can identify more with my black culture. So that's kind of, yes, you can find racist people here. Yes, and that's absolutely like very ignorant and don't make sense to me. But in general, since a few years ago, I think black men, especially American black men, are having more attraction for Dominican women. And maybe, and I can understand because I date with black men from America, and I can explain you very simple, very quick why. And it's for simple factors. Dominican women are still natural beauties, and Dominican women, no matter how much money they make or how successful they are, they can understand and respect a man's position in a relationship. Of course, as I told you before, there are everything in everywhere, but the standard about a woman in the art is they are connected with her feminine energy. They can understand what is the man is position in a house and in the society. And we are not trying to be like men. We are not trying to compare. I don't want to be a man. I'm not trying to have any competition with men. I respect the way they are. I don't need, like validate myself, trying to do the same things a man do. And this is the personal mind. This is a popular mindset in this country.
Okay, but so just to double down, to not double down, but just to delve deeper into the question, right? So you're saying the majority of people in DR are not racist towards black men. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Only a small amount. Okay,
Yeah, but maybe some case, but it's not the general. No.
awesome. That's great. Okay,
Yeah.
so next question for you is, tell
Mhm.
me, how is DR culture like? So tell me the cultural aspects of DR. Is DR a conservative country? Is it a liberal culture? What's the culture like in DR? Tell me about DR culture.
Well, about our culture, we are like mixed. We have cultures that we are like a mixing between another countries, like African, especially African countries, and we have stuff about Spain, like the some food and some dance, but we have more influenced by the Africans, and also because in the beginnings they live more time here. And yes, so about the culture in this country, people love dance, people love music, and you can see this because good or bad, we are having more influence and more reconnection in the music around the world. We even have more most a lot of famous rappers from US, like Travis Scott. He's obsessed with the dembow. I don't know if you know the dembow music. For some people, can be very funny or don't make sense, but dembow music is a mix between another gender's music, and it's very famous here. And we are being, as Dominicans, and our artists are being very recognized for this special gender in this country. So we love music, and in our schedule and our calendar, every year we have many dates to celebrate. It's like Dominicans like to celebrate everything. Somebody get a car, somebody get a new job, somebody bought something, somebody traveling for the first time. Somebody is doing this. The most simple thing for others, for us, is enough to celebrate. So this is like the most important thing about our culture. And family for us is still very important. And in our culture, the family is very, very important. And there are many colors and stuff about our culture, but I can say like the most important thing is we are people who loves celebrate, and we are people who loves music, and we are enjoying always. Even if a Dominican is broke as fuck or whatever, they will always have a smile in their face, and they will bring you the most positive attitude. This is the most important thing I learned about my people here.
Amazing, amazing. So next question for you, Isma, is, so as a first time tourist to Punta Cana, right, or DR in general, where should I stay? Where should we stay as a first time tourist? I'm looking for safety. I'm looking for things to do. So where should I stay? What city? What place in the city? Where should I stay as a tourist in DR?
Oh, we have many options. We have resorts. We are all inclusive resorts. Depends which kind of tourist you are. If you are not, if you only have to take a break, you have to enjoy, disconnect from everybody and everything. I think the best option for you is a all inclusive resort, because they have many activities. They have many different restaurants inside the hotel. They have many. Things to do inside, and even if you don't want to do nothing, you can stay in your room, and you can order all the service you need. You can go to the spa, and all the service you need when you are resting, you will find inside the hotel, so you don't need to go outside, take a Uber or a taxi or whatever. If you like explore, when you want to be you want to have like the both experience, we have Ubers, we have taxis. If you are bored about the activities in the hotel, you can go outside, You can take a Uber because we have many clubs. We have clubs. We have very nice restaurants. People here love citrus, La Bruja, Chupadora, Treble, and about clubs. We have a very famous club now in Punta Cana, and American people they love it. It's called an Infinity. The culture and the environment is very like a club in Miami. So I can tell Punta Cana now is having a very similar vibe like Miami. So I think, oh, and also we have another option. If you don't like any of this stuff, you can rent a Airbnb for the time you need in front of the beach in the center city. Bávaro, Punta Cana is not big enough, so you can rent a car very easy and you can go everywhere by yourself, and it's very secure. I be there 4 a.m. and nothing happened, even as a woman.
Amazing, amazing. So now, next question for you is: so what are things to do as a tourist in Punta Cana, DR? So as a first-time person there, what can I do? Are there any museums there? Any parks there? Any famous, artifacts there? What can I do in DR as a tourist?
If you come if you are the kind of tourist who likes more nature activities, you Punta Cana is the best place for you because we have many excursions. We have horse excursions, we have party boats excursions. We have natural pools. We have activities with honey animals like monkeys, like dolphins. So I think natural activities are the best option for you here in my country if you are in Punta Cana. If you like story, if you want to know more about my country history, museums and everything, Santo Domingo, the colonial zone, is the best place for you. If you like restaurants, also Santo Domingo is the best option because even if we have a lot of restaurants in Santo Domingo, it's like infinity options of restaurants. And so I can tell. And also in the North Coast, we have the same, more similar activities than Punta Cana, but the North Coast is more for people who like to enjoy and discover by themselves. You know, I've
Mm,
been Yes, I've been for my birthday. I've been in Cabarete in the North Coast. I love Cabarete because they have beach, but they are also close to the mountains like Las Terrenas and everything. And there are a lot of small towns who are close than Cabarete. So it's very funny. We have one street and 1 hour after we have 1 hour after we have a town, in 1 hour or 1 hour and a half we had another town, and they have also very beautiful nature. So I think the North Coast is very special because of that, because you have many communities in the small towns like living very close to each other, and in Cabarete, for example, as I told you, I be there and I discovered for the first time. I can't believe I've been traveling there for many years and I never knew about a cave. You know, our ancestors they used to live in caves. So I find these beautiful caves. Oh my God, the water, the everything. That was very emotional for me because I love. Even if I have enough history about my country, anytime I can find something new that's very interesting because I love to explore. And we only pay 1,000 pesos, and 1,000 pesos in dollars is less than $20 now. So that was very cheap, and we have maybe 1 hour and a half from excursions with somebody who knows everything about the cave, and that was very very emotional. She gave me a kind of rock I take to the cave. So I have this memory for myself now. And of course, I'm coming back because, I live here. So I'm coming back for sure. And that was very, very, very special. So again, if you like discover by yourself and everything, you can rent an Airbnb wherever you want to go. If you want to discover more history and everything, Santo Domingo, the colonial zone, is the best option for you. And if you like more fancy and the Miami vibe and everything, also absolutely Punta Cana is the best vibe for you.
amazing, amazing. So Isma, I'm going to ask you What is probably the most important question in the history of mankind. Okay,
Okay.
this
Yes.
question is a very important question because it transcends throughout time, centuries, decades, millennium, essentially, okay, and generations. This question here is so pure and potent, Isma. It can turn water into wine. A question that's so well known, even aliens in outer space know of this question. Aliens in Jupiter, aliens in Mars, and Saturn, and the Sun, even they know this question. This question is so powerful, Isma, it can cause earthquakes, volcanoes, tsunamis, tornadoes, and wildfires. Okay? A question so powerful, Isma, it can split the sea into two and make mankind walk from one point to the other side. A question so pure, Isma, it can make mankind walk on water like Christ did in the Bible. Okay? This question, Isma, is are DR women checking heavy, aka do DR women love black men?
Say it again, please.
sorry. Okay. Do women in DR like and love Western black men? Do they want to
Okay.
date Western black men? Do they want to hug Western black men? Do they want
Okay.
to kiss Western black men? Do they like black men? DR women.
Me as a okay. Why? So you want to know why, or but because the answer is absolutely yes, but you want to know why?
Yes. Why do DR women like black men?
Okay. Mm, let's talk about and as I told you before, I will be very honest with you. I know there is a situation in United States. I know there are black men and black women who are dating upside to their cultures. I mean, there are black women who are dating with white men now. And I know there are black men who are dating with women from Colombia, Venezuela, and Dominican Republic. And I answer the question why they are dating with us and now, but I will tell you why woman, especially I can tell for my woman, and it's because women in the art, even if they can provide for themselves, they are looking for somebody who can understand this masculine part about having a relationship with a woman. Why? As a Dominican woman and as a woman who always been involved in very environment, international environments, I meet people from different cultures, from Nigerian, even from Nigerian, Jamaica, London, US, Italian, Italy, um, French, and everything. And I never date with a Dominican man. Never. In my life, at the moment, never. I'm not telling you I will never date with a Dominican man because I'm single now. My ex was a black man from America, black American man.
Ah,
And why? Me personally, I feel like I don't match with the mindset about Dominican men. The last generation, I mean my father's generation and everything, they always were very provider for their homes, but something who really happens with the generation about men here is they are so busy providing, they are so busy working and trying to be something in the society, they are forgetting about the mental health and care about themselves, because this
mm,
society is always trying to tell the men, for example, men can cry. When I was a child, when I was a little girl, I always hear, men can cry, men can cry, men can cry. They have to be strong enough. Society here always give the woman permission to be sensitive, but men they can't. So they need to take the pain and everything and the situations for themselves. And the results is they are traumatized enough. So they can't provide the emotional things in a relationship. And I know this is happening also in American and everywhere. But women, but what is happening with the new generation now about men is most of men here are trying to I'm trying to not be irrespectful. Okay, I'm trying to be very honest. Most of men here are not connecting enough with their masculinity. Sometimes
Mm.
they are even looking for a woman um, to can help them. I mean, like assuming the man is position in a relationship. And women in the art are healing most of the important things about their mind energy. So for women here, a man who can provide emotional and financially is very good how can I say, like a very good man for a
Boyfriend.
relationship. Yes. So the amount you need to send or win for your or get for your lifestyle here is very different than the amount you need in the United States. And for example, if you have a girlfriend here in the R and you send her $200, I mean standard care, not expensive lifestyle like normal care, and you send her $300, for example, maybe this can be enough not to keep all his bills or whatever, but like kinda help as you as a boyfriend, okay? This can be maybe good enough for a woman, but in US, I know this is not enough. So what I can see is women in US are fighting or competing a lot with men and trying to compare themselves, and they have more opportunities in US. So what they say is they don't need a man. Women here still need a man, and they understand we need to complete each other. We are not here to compete, we are here to complete. So well, I think
Let me ask
American
this.
men, yes, I think American
Uh,
men, they see a beautiful woman in the art and they see, oh, she can cook for me, she can treat me as a queen, um she treat me good, and they feel like naturally this emotion to provide for them, not only money, emotionally also. So I think it's because of that. It's because you don't need to have a lifestyle, a high level lifestyle in US to keep financial a relationship here in the art. You know what you can do for a woman here in some case, okay, in some case can be enough, and it's not even the same to the things you need to do in US. So I think for them, for especially for black men, I think it's a win-win because they say, "Oh, she's beautiful, she treat me good," and like is the lifestyle I get in US in India is less expensive, and I feel like a king here. So why not they with Dominican woman here, you know? So I think it's because of that. But
So
as
let me ask,
Mhm.
you have any point? So let me ask this, right? So now you personally, right? You personally prefer Black American men. Is that what you're telling me?
uh, for me, I never say never, but before I date with white people, but something about American men or black men, like Afro American men, is more connected with me because my culture, you know,
Mm.
because my culture, yes. So I personally, for example, I don't want to explain a man from Spain why I need to split a coffee date. I don't even I don't I am not even agree about, oh, you find me on Instagram, you are texting me, and all you can do for me is invite me to a coffee date. I have a crack in my house, I can take my own coffee. I want to see you do more effort for me. So a few days ago, I found a guy from Spain. He's living in Punta Cana, and he texted me because he wants to meet me. I saw what he do, so I say, okay, maybe I can. meet him or whatever. Okay, we talked a couple times, and he told me, "Oh, why you don't invite me to a coffee?" And I was like, "The fuck? No, you, me?"
So
At
you
first,
don't do coffee dates. I'm assuming you do dinner. Is that what you're saying?
me personally, no. If you want to invite me, you can invite me at lunch. You can invite me a brunch. You can invite me a dinner. But he told me he was the first guy to text me, and he told me, why you not invite me to a coffee date? Why I need invite you me? Why I need invite you a coffee date if you are the first? If you were the first person who find me and who text me, and I am very honest. I told him, and he said, "Oh no, you need to change your mindset." And I told him, "Oh no 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 no! I don't need to change my mindset. No 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 no! You need to find a person like you. I am not the person for you." I told him.
So I'll tell you this, right? In my opinion, I like coffee dates because it's inexpensive and you get to know someone on a more personal level. So you drink coffee, you speak. I think a dinner date will come maybe in date 3 or date 4, because if you're going to spend a lot of money on a dinner date, it doesn't work out. We're wasting both our time here. That's my personal opinion. I agree with coffee dates. Now you
Yes.
disagree, and that's cool. You're entitled to your own opinion. But let me ask this, right? Let me ask you this one question. So your other DR female friends, do they think like you? Your inner circle? Do they hate coffee dates? Or some of them like coffee dates? How do your other female friends think about coffee dates?
And well, about coffee days, for example, if the coffee will bring me new experience, I can say yes. If I have enough interest to meet you, I can say yes. But if I don't know nothing about you, if I just saw a couple of things about you, I don't think go for a coffee, leave my home for a coffee is, for me, is not enough. How can I say, motivation. And about a man who invites me a coffee date as the first coffee date, I don't think this is enough effort. So, but this is my point of view. Unless you invite me a nice coffee place where I can find a new experience, like a place I don't know, because I love to meet new places and explore new places. I will be like, oh, okay. He texts me, and I told him I like explore new places. So he told me there is a new place in this area. Can we go? I think you will love it. I think this is even
Okay.
more effort than only tell me, can we go to the coffee at 3 p.m.? No, I would go, okay. Now, nice interview. That's my point of
So
view.
what do your friends do then for first date? And what do they like? Your friends, your female
About my
friends.
friends,
Yeah.
I think my friends they can be different and same at the same time. I have a couple of friends who are more simple than me, so yes, they will be absolutely agree, like, okay, that's not a problem. But I have another friends who will say absolutely not, or we will tell you about, oh, can we go to another place and have a lunch so we can stay more time and talk more without bored about themselves or something. So I think two different groups.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So no, okay, I've got some more questions there before we talk about your doll. So next question for you, Isma, is, let me bring it up over here. Um, let's go over here. So tell me, right? So India, what is your advice for Black American men and Western Black men to find a good woman in DR? So what's the best place in DR in Punta Cana to find a good woman? Is it the library? Is it the park? Tell me places to meet women there.
Absolutely not in a club. No. If you are no, hey, I'm being 100% real, please. Okay, if you are looking for fun, you can go in the clubs. Yes, absolutely. But if you are looking for something more serious, you will never go to a club, because this can be a bit dangerous place. I know what I tell you, why I tell you. But I think the best places to find a woman is in sport clubs, the gym. Very nice clubs like in maybe something about history, maybe something about communities about different stuff. We have many communities everywhere here, and then but I think in communities in general, like things about education, things about entrepreneurships, things about more spirituality. If you are a spiritual guy looking for your partner in that way, church and everything, yes. But if you are looking for fun, you trust me, my guy, you can go only on clubs. This is the perfect place for you. And if you are looking for fun and we have a place who is very famous like Bangkok. I know I don't want to promote this kind of stuff, but we in the R also have places like kind of dangerous places like Bangkok in Thailand, and Black American men. They know what I'm talking about because they are the famous target in this place in the North Coast. But this is a place where you can some of them find love, but some then are being scammed for women, and because this is an area only for fun. If you find love, okay, you have a good look, but this is not a this is not a place to find love.
Okay, interesting. So, okay, those are all my questions. I have a few more, but tell me about. So you said you have a doll. You have a doll line. Tell
Yes.
me
Oh
about
yes,
that.
this is
Yeah. How?
yes. Can you see that?
Okay.
Can I show you
I,
close? Yes. Her name is Isma the doll. Isma is my name. I mean, my name is Ismauri, but always for people it's more easy just to say Isma. So I was like, okay, let's call her Isma and let's call my personal brand Isma as well because it's Maori. It's too complicated even for people who talk in Spanish. And my doll, yes, she was created almost 1 year ago. We are selling since February 27, 2023. She's selling in US and she's selling here. And even if she's a fashion doll with a international lifestyle or with an international in target and like a style and everything, she's a Dominican because she is me. And she's actually the first Dominican doll, and I'm actually the first Dominican woman with her own doll brand. That is
wow.
completely new here, and people here are loving the doll. We have haters like everywhere. I mean, that's very normal. And I like to talk also about that because anything in this life is completely perfect. But I can tell in US, I really appreciate the support I receive from people, Black American community and LGTB community as well. We have
Oh no.
yeah, we have some influencers in US, and they are supporting and creating content with the doll because doll collectors in US are amazing, and I am completely in love. Hopefully this year I will meet some of them. And yes, I'm very grateful with this idea. I love dolls and I love fashion and in all the extra things. So I have fun. I don't think this is a work. I feel like my inner child playing all the time when I'm creating content with her or something, and that's very lovely.
Wow. Okay. Well done for creating your own doll. There, Isma. That's some good work there. Should we open up the phone lines? You want people to ask you questions about
Yes,
the art?
yes.
Okay.
Why
All
not?
right. Awesome. So, please be respectful. Okay. Ask her about
Okay.
life in DR, dates in DR, and yeah. Okay. So let's have a respectful discussion here. So if you disagree or agree with her points,
Okay.
that's cool. Okay, but keep it respectful, please. Okay. So great
Okay.
interview so far, Isma. So let me ask this right. So you mentioned how. Okay. So what do you bring to the table? So if a man wants to put a ring on your finger or date you, right? What do you bring for that man? Do you bring femininity? Will you submit to him? Will you let him lead? What do you bring to the table in a relationship, Isma?
Uh, what I bring to the table is all who I am. Absolutely, I think one the most important thing for me is loyalty. If I am with a
Gosh.
man, it's only one man. And yes, for mine, and I don't have any problem about submit to a man, but the first thing after submit a man is if he can really be the kind of man you can submit, because your partner is one of the most important decisions. And if you submit a man who is not healed, who is not going well in life, who is not having enough ambition, who is, and that's important for me. If you are submitting to a man who is not in the best version of himself, or he need to do a lot of inner work, you are going to be a disaster as well, because his decisions will affect you in your life. So as a woman, you can be smart and you can control your emotions without lost your femininity. You will be always a woman, and you will have always feminine energy, but you don't need to leave your emotions control you when you take decisions about the kind of partner you have. And I can tell because I saw this even in my family, with some members in my family. Because as I told you, the woman generation, even the most old woman generation, they were always very submit to men in a relationship, because as the Bible say, the man is the head in the home, and in a
Mm.
it's, your husband and everything. But if the head is wrong, everything's gonna be wrong. And I saw a lot of women in decline, and not in decline, no, decline, because they follow their man is decision, even when they been wrong. So if I can't make a team with a man, and I can be open to communicate with him and tell him, like, I'm not trying to tell you what you need to do, but I saw something about you, and maybe you are wrong about this part. If my partner can trust about my intuition and my vision, I can submit to this man. I can't.
You can or you can't. You can.
You can't. I can't.
Okay. So for you personally, right? So you so were you so you okay, how do I put it into question here? So you will only submit to a man if he's masculine, right? He is has direction and is a respectable man. Is that what you're saying? And that's when you only submit to a man.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, fair enough. Fair
And
enough. Oh,
uh,
mhm. No,
and
carry on. Sorry.
yeah, and it's because for example, some women here, my friends and everything, they ask me how you can always find provider men, even if I am not a woman to have a lot of to like have a lot of relationships, but the relationships I have at the moment, I always find um provider man. And I the only advice I can tell to the woman is, you need to become the team, or the you need to become this the staff, or the yes, or the partner you want to attract.
Fuck.
And about my relationship, my last relationship is, I can recognize I had to work after that a lot in a lot of stuff, because I made a lot of mistakes, and I became an insecure person. So the results was a disaster, because I attract more insecurity and more situations who makes me feel and who makes him feel insecure. So I think if you want to attract a provider man, you only need to stay in your line and do mind your own business. I mean, the things you need to do, and don't try to compete with a man because you are a woman and he is a man. We don't need to compare or compete between each other. Sorry for my dog. Chihuahuas are very, intense. And I think that's the point.
Awesome.
Sometimes,
Awesome.
yeah.
Okay, let me bring in a caller in. Jam, turn your camera on. Is that no not a troll?
say it again, please?
Oh, so this is for someone in the background. Jam, can
Okay.
you turn your camera on so I know you're not a troll?
Okay, I can. I want to hear what they want to say.
Okay, hold on. He's not coming. Yeah, you're confirmed, Jam. Thank you very much. Let me bring in Jam in the background.
Okay.
What's up, Jam? How you doing, bro?
Oh, I have some. There is somebody. Okay, I can see, but I think they can hear me.
Jam, you need to unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I apologize. It was just a bunch of apps in the background. Yeah. All right. Hey. So
Hey.
first of all, I just want to congratulate IP. IP. This past month and a half, you've been on a roll. I mean, this got to be the best month and a half ever, like in terms of all your streams and your interviews. But hey, I wanted to talk to you about the Dominican Republic. I actually have friends who are buying property out there. So I've never been to DR, but I have a lot of Dominican friends and all that stuff. So I wanted to ask you, because it sounds like you're pretty honest about how it is in DR. I want to ask you, have you ever heard about the expression? Because they told me essentially like the women there are not too loyal. I forgot the idiom, the expression, but it's like essentially if you leave DR, you can't expect your woman to be faithful to you. Like, is that a thing there? That's some things I've heard from friends who have been there. So I just kind of want you to expound on that.
Oh, can you please repeat the question again, because there is a sound more strong than your voice.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I wish I used to be able to speak Spanish, but now every time I try to speak Spanish, I speak in Portuguese because the languages are very similar. But
Oh.
yeah, what I was saying was that in specifically in Punta Cana, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe, right? They're saying that if you were to find a woman there, that you
Mm-hmm.
should not leave her there, right? Because she might find someone else when you leave, right? Is that common in those areas?
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, listen, I will tell you something. And okay, guys, now is the time like to be very, very honest about everything. Um, there is a situation about black men who are finding or are dating with women in the art. Most of the women who are having relationships or finding American men, if you ask to these guys where they find this woman, they will tell you where they find, and most of them are finding this woman on Tinder and on the clubs. And Tinder, Badu, and any dating apps and clubs are the worst places to find a good woman in the art. A woman with values and a woman with everything. And I can tell you why. In Tinder, there is a lot of women who are working in prostitution. And in the clubs, there is a lot of women who are also working in prostitution. So most of the black men, they find this woman because they don't really know, or maybe yes, but they find love, they have a good chemistry, they find love, they have a relationship, and then you are finding a woman who needs to heal about their energy, who needs to work a lot about the kind of woman they are. You find a woman who is extremely masculine, even if they look feminine, they are extremely masculine because they are working at the street to survive, and they have a lot of ambition because they are very connected about what the society thinks, what their society thinks is grow up or have success. So they are basically at the street trying to find somebody who can make their life or who can help them to find their goals. And if you are not doing enough for him, they will leave you, absolutely yes, and they will find more than one person because they are not exactly looking for love. They are looking for somebody who can sponsor their goals. They don't have interest in about to build a real relationship. And I can tell you why, because if I've been honest with you, I've been in the position where I've dated for love. I've been in the position where I never ask a man for nothing. I've been in the position where I date for money. Yes, I was in that position before. And in this position, I can say I have to do a lot of inner work with me, because even if I was looking very feminine, I was very masculine in my energy because I was only focused on goals and trying to do the same things this woman been doing. What I do is I have to do a lot of work about me, spirituality and everything. Learn new skills, focus on my entrepreneurships again, change my circles, because maybe you are not in that way, but you will find out a girl who can tell you, oh, let's go to this club because you can find Black American men, and they like to give women money, and you will start to change your mindset. I can tell you that because I can tell you that as my position as a woman here in the R, being 100% honest with you, because I've been in all these positions, and I can tell you this is the worst. So ask your friends first where they find this woman, because if you find a woman, maybe if you find a woman with more high level of education or maturity, the position will be completely
Fucking hell.
different.
Yeah, thank you. They're not looking for love, so it's all right. They're okay with that arrangement. But I know people of this stream, right? They're looking for wives for the most part. They're not looking to just have fun. Now, although you can have that. I just wanted to. So what you said pretty much just corresponds with what my friend said. So it's 1-to-1, and then even what you said later on, because I was about to ask a follow-up question, but you kind of just got to that point. So you would recommend to get with essentially if you're looking for a girl of wifey material, like to get with the richer Dominicans, right? That's what you recommend. So
Yeah.
where can we find that? Where can we find the richer? Do we have to go to the richer
Because
areas? 'Cause-
yeah.
You first. Go
Yes.
ahead.
No, because okay, we don't need to be, we don't need to be very radical like black or white. No, 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 no. Okay, you can find, oh, there is a lot of cases where these guys find a woman in the club and then they become a wife material, and you will never know that if you don't know her, you know. And this can happen, absolutely, this can happen. But I think out of the clubs, out of the night lifestyle and all this kind of stuff, drugs and all that crazy stuff, you can find a good woman everywhere here. Because a lot of women here are just, even if we talk about money, I was talking with my friend now, and I told him, okay, if you, for you provide financially a woman here, you don't, in most of the cases, you don't even need all the money you need to provide a woman in US. Of course, we have women, you need to give them more than $1,000 a month, yes, but maybe have a girlfriend here can be even more easy about financially stuff. And this is one point. But to respond your question in general, I think out of the night activities, you will find a good woman everywhere. Some women here are even looking for a man um, who don't even need to give them a lot of money. You know, they are looking for something more. Wife material are always looking for something more, but financially is very important, of
Got
course.
it. I do have one last question for you. Just in
Yes.
regards to the submission, because I think here we want our women to submit to us.
Okay.
But I think you said something along the lines of you'll submit if the man is masculine, right? But you won't submit if the man is not masculine, right? That's what you said, right?
Yes. When I
Um,
say no, okay, continue. Sorry.
no, I was just gonna ask, like, why would you be with a man that's not masculine? Because like it's kind of like I mean, it doesn't make sense to me, right? When you say that, because I just expect you
Oh,
to be with a man that's masculine, right? So then you should submit to the man that you're with. That's kind of my question.
no, no. Oh, no, no. There's a confusion. I never say I will date or submit to a man who is not masculine. No, I can't.
Okay, it's just because sorry, so that makes sense. Sorry, I think it's just
Mhm.
at least from what I understood. Some people might interpret because I think I thought this at one point until you cleared that up. Some people might
Yeah.
interpret that with some men that you're with, you may not submit, but essentially what you're saying is you're only going to be with masculine men that you can submit to, right? That's what you're
Yeah. And
saying,
this
right?
is, yes, and this is the kind of man I always attract. Maybe because the way I am, or maybe it's, I think I am 100% is because the way I am. And after my experience, finally I can tell I understand how men are. And I understand men are really more simple than women think. So now I don't stress myself about men's and dates and everything, because to be honest with you, I think men, if you treat a man good, you bring him sex and support and good company. I think they can make already everything what you need to them for you, to you. um I think they can bring you or do for you whatever you need. You just need to treat them good. We don't, we as a woman, we need we need response, or we need always ask a lot of questions, and we are always thinking about a lot of stuffs. But men's are not like that. Men's are more simple. Sometimes women will like to complicate about many things, and most of the important things I understand about a man, they will tell you with actions and with no words when they love you, and they will tell you even more clear when they don't love you. And it's everything about actions. I don't trust a man who speak too much and is not doing nothing. Oh, I want to make you happy, I want to make you everything and this and that. What are you doing? You are just saying, you are not doing nothing. I think one of the most important and beautiful things about masculine men is they don't speak too much. They do most than what they say.
Yeah, I got one more question for you. Just one more.
Mhm.
Right. So
Fire away,
let's
bro.
say, yeah. Let's say, right, you find a man. He checks all the boxes. Right. He does what he says. He's supporting you. You know, looks good. Right. Treats you well. But he wants multiple women. Right. How is that for you yourself and for Dominican girls in general? So he does everything you want, but sometimes he'll have other women. Right. Is that a deal breaker?
Yes, it's absolutely a deal breaker for me, and it's a deal breaker for most of them if they are not looking for money. Women who are looking only for money, they don't care about how many women you have, because they are not emotionally involved with you. I mean, you will like to share your woman with multiple men. I'm 100% no. And
Yeah, of
the
course not. Of
only
course not.
yeah, the only way is, but of course, if you are only having sex with her and you give her some money, but you like the sex, but you don't like to, you don't have any interest in about have a real or a serious relationship with her. You don't care about if she's dating with another people. You don't even ask her because you don't care. Well, it's the same with us. If a woman is asking you, if a woman care about if you are dating with another woman, it's because she cares. If she don't care about what you are doing, but you are giving her enough money, she don't really have any problem about it, because she don't have an emotional connection with you. And some now, there are some creators, they are talking about not connect emotionally with a man and leave him like love you more than you love him. I don't think this is 100% possible, because I can see myself as somebody I don't even like. And what I learned is to leave the man love me and fall in love first with me than me falling in love first. Because masculine men, they love to chase, and they love to like you know, you don't need to bring you the things very easy for them. Not too hard, but not too easy.
Is there a reputation of American men like not being loyal in DR? Is that like the reason why? Because you mentioned creators saying not to get involved emotionally, right? Is that because a lot of them have been burned with American men? Like they fall in love with American men, and then the American man has another woman, and then that's why they feel that way. Is there a reputation about
Um,
that?
no, they say in general, even living with a man, even getting married with a man, and I think that's impossible. Of course, if you are both having fun, I mean, if you are dating with an adult, saying like you is, I think relationships should be more easy. If you have an honest conversation about what you are looking for, and she told you what she's looking for, and you are both looking for the same, okay, why not? Let's work based on that. But if you are looking just for fun and she's looking just for fun, you don't need to involve in emotions, and there is nothing wrong about it. But
Yeah,
why
but
to?
why do they say that? Why do they say not to
Because
get
they
emotionally involved?
Oh, because they are looking about all the bad relationships some women have with men, and how some men destroy stability on women when they involve it a lot emotionally. But what I learned about this is a man who is into you and who is looking the same to you and who is very involved in you. I don't think this man can hurt your heart, and I think this man will respect your emotions. What we need to do is meet this man and take our time to know him very well, and then we can, like, leave our emotions to take the kind of control and everything. But if a man is not showing you effort, is not showing you he wants to commit with you or something, why you are falling in love with this man don't make sense.
I peak like just like I said, if I'm talking too much, just cut me off. All right.
There's no other callers, so you can carry on, bro.
I appreciate it. So then, okay. Um, okay. Another question I have, just because, like I said, I have a lot of friends that are Dominican, and also have a lot of friends who go to DR regularly, but they kind
Okay.
of go there, like they go there for fun, right?
Mhm.
They pretty much tell me not to go there looking for a wife. Why do you think that is? Like, why do you think they would say that to me? Like, do you think a lot of the women, like, is it hard to find a girl who is loyal in in specifically the areas that Americans will usually frequent, like so like Punta Cana, Santo Domingo, those areas? Like, do you think it's hard to find a loyal girl over there?
No, it's because based on the environment where they are, of course it's gonna be hard. Of course it's gonna be hard. In Punta Cana there is a lot of women looking for a serious relationship. In Santo Domingo, everywhere there is a lot of women. But if they are in an environment where people are all just looking for money, of course they will tell you it's hard to find a woman like that. Punta Cana, yes, to be honest, we have a lot of women who are only looking for money, because Punta Cana is an area where you can find a lot of people with money, Dominicans and people from another country. So they will go to the same area. But it's the same in Susua, it's the same in Cabarete, and even in Santo Domingo. Okay, but I think is if they tell you that, it's because they are having experience with the same type of woman. They are maybe looking for looks, and they are not taking the right time to meet a woman. If they Because we have a beautiful woman in Punta Cana, and Dominicans are very beautiful, as you can see, they have beautiful
Yeah,
bodies
but
and
how
everything.
do you avoid that? How do you, because I think the fear is like they don't want to venture out of those areas because those areas are typically safe-ish for
No.
foreigners. So if you were to
Um,
go to like more remote areas, right, is it safe? Could I go outside of the city and be relatively safe as a foreigner?
it's just, of course, it's safe. How you can avoid? Oh, you need more time to meet people. You need more time to involve yourself in different communities. I mean, maybe tennis class, maybe a sport class, maybe up the gym. In communities where people are not necessary, like, in communities where there are more people with a high level education, ask your friends. I ask your friends where this woman they've been dating and everything, where they are working, what is their work, is they have education or not, their families, if they born in these areas, or this woman just came to the area, if they are working or not. If you ask them, they will tell you maybe, oh, I am 100%. They are not going to tell you, this woman went to the university. This woman is entrepreneurship. This woman has a kind of business. This woman is trying to do something. No, they will tell you, I find her in a random place with a random situation and everything, or Tinder, for example. Even my friends who are Dominicans, they always tell me, Isma, you better not go on Tinder, because women are just selling their bodies on Tinder, because some tourists they don't like to go or find women up the streets, so they went on Tinder and they say, hey, I'm coming to your country in 2 weeks, And of course, they will have a kind of, of negotiation to meet her and spend time with him. So women already know that, men from another country already know that, and they are doing um, their
But
negotiations in English.
where do you find those those smart women with degrees? Like, do you find them in the library, like biblioteca? Like, where do you find those women? Where do you find the women who have something going for themselves?
If you want to find high level woman here, if you are a guy who is looking, I mean, communities are the best place where you can find, as I told you before, in sport communities like tennis class, pilates class, up the gym as well, and golf class, and real estate, and in those places, in those areas, you will find people who are in another level of life mentally and everything. And if you are a religious person, we have a lot of communities like yoga communities, mindfulness communities. But let's be honest, most of these men who has this experience with men with women, they were never looking for something serious. So they started today with women just based in how they looks, and then they have this bad experience, and they are telling everybody, oh, don't take Dominicans serious. And sometimes people text me and they told me, oh, you have a business or entrepreneurship or something, and I was like, yes. I mean, all my friends has normal jobs. All my friends are entrepreneurship. All my friends are doing normal stuff. Why is weird for you? Because you are looking in the wrong place.
Nice.
Okay, I guess my last, and this is my last one for real. I guess my
Okay.
last question is how much of it. Sorry, I apologize. So my last question is, how much of an advantage is it to learn? I mean, to know Spanish, because I still know Spanish really well, but porque, siempre cuando tanto hablar en español, y siempre hablando en portugués, porque moro aquí en Brazil, y español y portugués son muy parecidos. So every time I try to speak in Spanish, I always mistake the words with Portuguese now. But I can understand. If you speak Spanish, I'll understand everything you're saying. So I wanted to know, like,
Yes.
how much of an
Yes, you are
advantage is it
wrong.
to know Spanish
Well, I
while
think
you're in.
you have I think you have a kind of confusion because, well, if you have Dominican friends, you can see us Dominicans. Oh my goodness, we have a weird Spanish, like a very different Spanish. Like sometimes I say we are real talking in Spanish because even people from another country who talk in Spanish as well, they can't understand what we are saying.
We have
But
a joke. We call you guys the blacks of Hispanic. You know how, because in America, blacks they have their own like kind of English. So we call the
yes,
Dominicans the black of the Spanish world, because you guys, if you can understand
yes.
Dominican Spanish, you can understand any Spanish.
Yeah, absolutely. Some people come here and they think they can talk in Spanish, but when they come to the ghetto here, or like urban, no, maybe urban, that's okay. But when you come to the camp and the small towns and everything, oh my goodness, you are like, what they are saying. That's completely true. But I think if you can talk about Portuguese or like they talk in Brazil, yes, you can interact with people here, but this is still not our Spanish because our Spanish comes from Spain people and is more similar. That's why. So if you want to learn Spanish, like real Spanish, you can take some lessons on YouTube, but not Portuguese. No, 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 no. Never Portuguese, never Brazil, never about these countries because even if they are Latin Americans like us, we don't feel they are very similar than us. We are absolutely more Afro descendants and Caribbeans. Absolutely. Even
Yeah, no.
Venezuela.
What I was saying was that I learned Spanish first, but then I learned Portuguese, and because the words are very similar, like for
Yeah.
me, it's hard. Like I just start speaking Portuguese because I live here in Brazil now. So I just start
Mhm.
whenever I try to speak Spanish, I just automatically start speaking Portuguese because the words are very similar. But I just wanted to see how much of an advantage it was. Thank you. I think you've been very honest. What you
Thank
said has
you.
been what you said has been very similar to what my friends have said in those places. So yeah, I mean, I appreciate the interview. Thank you so much. I'll
Thank
drop off
you.
now.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Awesome. Great questions there, Jam. Great interview so
Yes.
far. Is my so brothers? Do you want to call in
Thank
and
you.
ask questions? Do you want to send your super chats in? Because if no questions in, no one calls in, we're gonna end the stream in a minute, very soon. So let me ask you, Isma, how long do you have left? I want to again. I'm working on your time.
Yes.
How long do you have left? How long do you have left for the interview?
How long? Say it again. Sorry, my English
So
sometimes.
my accent's a bit dodgy, as you can tell. How long do you have left? 30 minutes? 1 hour? How long do you have left for the interview?
Oh, you need. If you have more questions, we can talk more. I don't have any problem with that.
Okay, so let me ask this right. Can we find like different races of women in DR? For example, Japanese, Korean women. Because Isma, we know that there's many black women in DR, but some black men are into Korean women, Japanese women. You know, can we find Korean women and Japanese women? Cuban women, Venezuelan women. Can we find them in DR? Isma,
Oh, I will.
Japanese.
Okay, I will tell you that the top five more nationalities you can find here are 80 Asians woman, 80. You know. Okay, wait a second. The second is Venezuelans, Colombian. The other one is Russian and Ukraine. Yes, we have some Kazakhstan woman in Punta Cana, but in Punta Cana, the top three is Venezuela, Russians, and some Haiti. Some women from Haiti. We have women from Haiti everywhere. I love Haitian people. Um, my ex is American, is Black American, but he's also from Haiti. His mom and his dad, he's from Haiti, and I love the music, the food, and the culture. Not the religions, but because I'm Christian, I don't share voodoo and any voodoo stuff. But I mean, for me, Black culture in general is amazing, and I love it.
Okay, so from what you see there, Isma, do Venezuelan women and Russian women like black men in DR? Do you see black men with Venezuelan women and Russian women? No?
No,
Ah,
Russian, no, Russian. They are more into white guys.
ah,
Oh,
damn it,
Russian.
damn it, damn it. I'm angry, so carry on.
Yes, Russian. They no. They are more into white guys, and Russian are very hard to find. I mean, they that girls they are on business. They are always putting their minds on business. You can see more Russians here driving Mercedes. I mean, having a good, very, very good lifestyle. If they are then with a Dominican man, is because this Dominican man is a high level. Like making a good money, businessman, everything. They are not selling for the bartender and everything. No. You need to bring a lot of money to the table to date a Russian here.
Okay, so what about Japanese women and Korean women? Are they in DR?
No, it's very hard to find because Korean and Japanese women are not really. We have Chinese. Oh, we have a lot of Chinese here. We have a lot of Chinese people. I love Chinese store because they have a lot of things and they are very cheap. So I like it. And but we have a lot of Chinese, but Chinese are not sharing their cultures and lifestyle with Dominicans. They are very conservative with their communities. So it's very hard to find a Dominican or a Dominican man with a Chinese man or woman. But we have a lot of Chinese, but Korean and Japanese, we have, but maybe 1% of the society is about Asian people.
Wow. So you're telling me that you don't see Chinese women with black men. Black men and Chinese women don't
I
date in
never
DR.
see I never see in my life a Chinese woman with a black man. Never. Not even not even when I've been in Colombia. If you like Chinese women.
No, so some of my some,
You like Chinese woman? This is a
no,
safe
no,
place. You can tell him.
No, some people who watch my channel, they like Chinese women, so I'm asking questions for them, but
Oh,
not
no,
me.
no, 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 no. Never come to the art to find a Chinese woman. They are on business, working. They don't, they are dating with their own Chinese men. I will tell you experience. You know, I have explored and I've been in many situations in my life. One day I
Mm,
came with my friend to the Chinese town in Santo Domingo, and we came to the most famous restaurant there. For the first time in my life, I felt like a tourist in my own country. Oh my goodness. I always was asking myself, where are the Chinese in the night when they close their business? Where they are going? Because we never saw Chinese in the night. Oh, they are all in the Chinese town. They have barbershops, they have their own store with merchandise for them. They have their own restaurants, and we came to this restaurant. We were five friends, and I remember all these Chinese people looking at us like Dominicans in our restaurant. Yes, they've been all the time looking at us because that's so weird for them. Dominicans trying to learn and share the culture about them, or loving the food and everything. Not me, okay? I love everybody. I don't care. I love everybody. I think every country has something good. There is not a country in this world who doesn't have anything positive to bring to the world. I don't trust that. So I know many stuff about Chinese culture, and for me that was very funny. The tables going around and everything, and we felt so weird. But at the first time, they felt like, oh, Dominicans here, that's very nice, and they were very nice, very open. Like, oh, the food was some food are very Chinese for me, but the rest was okay.
okay, and are Chinese people racist towards black people in DR? They don't like black people.
They are not racist, but they have their standards. I think so. Of course, I think they are Chinese. Okay, mira, now we have a new generation of Chinese people. For example, the Chinese business owner who came here many years ago, and then they are having kids here. This Chinese generation are more open to meet and socialize with another people. So maybe I will see very soon a Chinese woman with a black man. Not now, but
uh,
I keep my hope.
so let me ask this right. Do you personally think that we can find a wife in DR? Do you think the average DR woman is wifey? Be honest here with me, Isma. Or should we go to another country in Latin America to find a wife who's Latin American? Are there wifey women in DR?
My country has everything. You can find a wifey here. You can find escort. You can find a table dance. You can find everything here. Yes, you can. But as I tell you, your friend before, stop finding for a wife in a club. That's the
Mm,
problem. And I think I understand because you coming here for a week is not enough time to find or meet the society. And those people who are coming here making friends with another guys in a disco, this kind of guys dating with the same type of woman again and again and again and again, of course we'll tell you Dominicans are the worst woman in the world because they are dating with the worst type in the world.
mm, facts. You won't find your
Yeah,
wife in the club.
even
Facts.
me. Even me, I can tell you, okay, I don't like Dominican men, but I never say never. Maybe I will live with a Dominican man. I don't see this in my future now, but I can tell Dominican men can be amazing. Can be providers, can be. I saw many women having happy relationships with Dominican men, and I see many Dominican men very successful, making a lot of money, very smart, machine. Yes, so I can say, oh, don't come here to fall in love. Of course, I can tell you, if you come to the beach and you are trying to why and you are trying to having a serious relationship with a guy half naked at the beach with a big muscle and he never have a job and everything, of course, good luck her. Good luck. Yeah. This
Eh,
depends
mm,
when you are where you are looking for.
very, very true. So let me ask this right. So is it is DR a safe country? Do you think it's safe, or is there some parts of DR that isn't safe? Is it safe, every day, 24 hours, or when it's 9 p.m. you go home? Is Punta Cana, is it safe? I think that's very important. Are there any robbers, pickpocketers? Tell us.
We have Yes, we have this problem. We have drugs problems and all that stuff, but there is, for example, traffic, human traffic, and this level of violence, like Mexico, for example, killing
Mm,
people at the streets. We are not in that level. Some people can steal your things. Some people can go around in the city and take your stuff. And yes, we have very people who can be very, like violence. And there are people who died in the streets because somebody tried to stop their things and they rejected, and they got a gun, and or somebody beat you or whatever. But never this kind of levels like Brazil, for example, or Colombia or Mexico. No, there
okay,
are
awesome.
there are dangerous places like neighbors in Santo Domingo, but those are very far neighbors. Like you don't need looking for nothing in those neighbors. You are a tourist, calm down. You can be in the center city, like okay. And about the hours, there are places. I mean, small towns are more secure than big cities. Yes, because yes, when I am the coast, I feel safe most of the time. When I am Santo Domingo, nah, 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 nah. Santo Domingo is the big city, so most of the things are always happening there. You have to be careful about
Okay,
the time and your phone, the street.
so let me ask this right. So in the US, Isma,
Mhm.
Western women, American women have a very high expectation of men. So I'll tell you what the average American woman prefers. They want a guy that's over 6 feet, a guy who's 6'5", 6'4". They want a guy that has a six pack, okay, or eight pack on his stomach. They want a guy that has six businesses, right? They want a guy that earns six figures, 100,
Six
100K a
figures.
year, 200K a year. They want a guy that has, a six series car, Mercedes. So they want the six guy, 6 foot, six figures, six pack, be 6'8", etc., etc. Now, do DR want that kind of man as well, or you can be an average man? You can be 5'5", you can be 5'7", right? You cannot earn six figures, but if you're a good man, if you love her, if you have a good heart, DR don't care about a man not being tall, not being very rich, not having six
No,
businesses. Break it down for me.
no, no. Um, well, that's everybody can, everybody can wait whatever they want to wait. I will never say nothing wrong about it. You have your right to wait for this kind of men, and this kind of men exist absolutely, but they are not the media. And before to deserve a woman like a man like this, you need to ask you, this kind of man will want you. You are the perfect woman for a man who can make six figures and who can travel in the world and who can do whatever they want. They will choose you in unless choose another woman, you know. And no, I think a Dominican woman, they have their expectations, but not all them are very specific. About me, I don't care about looks. I don't care about looks because I can be the pretty in the relationship with any problem. That's not a problem for me.
Mm,
But of course, you have to be clean, of course. But you don't need to be a fashion style. That's not my goals in life. I mean, I don't need that, and I can help you with your style if I need to help you with your style. But of course, you need to make your money. You need to have your ambitions and your business and whatever. The last relationship I have was exactly like that. He's a businessman and he's doing everything he wants and he has everything he wants. He's a very focused man and ambitious man. And the last in the relationship before was with a man with a high level in education and everything, with a good job, can travel wherever he wants. But I don't need a man who can six and six there and six there and six everything and six there, especially on looks. Women looking for
Mm.
looks are very weird, but okay, it's their decision. I respect that.
So I'm guessing height as well doesn't matter. The man has not got to be 6'5" or 6 foot or 6'4". No, height doesn't matter at all.
There is a lot of beautiful women dating with short guys and with a belly. They are doing their business. I mean, for us, it's most important how much ambition and progress you have in life. For us, it's most important. This is the most important thing. But about looks and everything, no. About six figure, people are wrong about something. A provider man can be you don't need to be rich to be a provider. And being a provider and being rich doesn't mean you are a provider. There is a lot of rich guys who are not going to share their blessings with you. A provider man is a man who knows what is his position in life, and he will try always to make feel his woman like the most beautiful woman in the world. So that you don't need to be rich to be a provider. If you want to be rich, go ahead. That's good. But we are very wrong about that.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. So Raquel, can you turn your camera on in the background so I know you're not a troll? Just do in the background. Well, 1 second, 2 seconds, please. Whoever that is,
Say
need to make sure.
say it again,
No,
please.
not you. No, someone in the background. Just needs to make sure that they're not a troll before I bring
Okay.
them on. Okay,
Yes.
let me bring in Raquel in the background. Raquel, thank you. If you turn it off, let me bring in Raquel in the background. Raquel, remember, keep it respectful, brother. No swearing, no N-word use, no crazy talk. But keep it cool, okay? So let me bring Raquel in the background. How you doing,
Hello?
bro? Hello.
Hello?
Hello,
Can you hear me?
yes. How you doing? Loud and clear,
Yes.
yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I'm fine. And you?
I'm fine. Nice to meet you.
Yes.
I'm okay. Thank you. Thank you for
Yeah.
calling in, Raquel. Do
Okay. Okay, cool. I want to
you have any
address some,
questions?
yeah, no,
Yeah.
questions not. I want to address, okay, I don't know where to start on which, lives she was talking about, account because I'm recently here and as a black, Dominican, what I experience here and what I seen here is, totally the opposite. What is she saying?
Okay. In what part? So
Oh,
what part do you disagree?
okay.
Let's start from the culture, what Dominican follow. So the
Okay.
culture over here, mostly what Dominican follow is Black American culture. From the music, it's all like the dembow. The only thing what is in the bowl is it have this African influence, but they dress, they eat, they act, assimilate in the Black American culture. And when you hear about they little talk nothing about African. Also, there's no embracing about any African culture. When you ask them, it's mostly say, "Well, we Dominicans and we mostly Spanish, you know, and we just Dominican." When you tell them you African, they feel offended because they consider African being a Haitian. I've been here. I
Okay.
look. So it's a when you dark skin over here, um, the direct they tell you Haitian, you know, because I study it. I have my education from Europe, and I came over here back to my country to start a business. And first thing what people saying you Haitian, you know, so you have a you do have to have a complexion or a phenotype so they don't call you Haitian. They call you everything morena here, morena there,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's they do not acknowledge, and there's a lot of racism. They do not acknowledge racism. If you explain to people what you are doing is racist, they say it's not. There's no racism. They over here is high racism and I mean colorism extremely. You have a little accent, and I'm Dominican. I'm born. I got bloodline. My parents are Dominicans, both, and I'm born and got papers. And still, I'm battling with people about my Dominican identity. So that's to point to the race,
Okay.
and like I say, the
So,
culture, what they eat, um is no, got a few African influenced dishes, yeah, but the rest is all American, all Black American. And I want you to see, I want you to see, I want you
Well,
to
background
see,
noise. Sorry,
I
sorry,
want you,
Raquel. Sorry,
yeah.
Raquel. There's background noise. There's baby crying. There's someone screaming. Can you go to quieter place,
Yeah,
please?
that's outside. I'm in Dominican Republic. That's how it is over here. It's loud. You can't avoid this. It's over here loud. What you're saying about women, they are feminists. They're not feminine over here. I wake up.
you're
I'm gonna tell
living
you something. I wake up
you
in the
are living in
morning
the
over
R,
here. You seen the majority of women over here loud,
Danny.
really unfeminine. How they acting with each other. You see certain, yeah, but
I have a
a lot.
question.
And I saying
I
really
have
a
a
lot
question.
are not
Sorry,
feminine, like
Raquel.
what
Hold on.
we
I have a
consider as
question.
feminine.
Hold on, Raquel. So let Isma rebut. Isma. What do you
Okay.
want to say, Isma? You go.
Okay.
Res-
I want to ask her if she's living here and where she's living.
Okay. So Raquel, can you answer that, please? Raquel, do you mind going to a quieter place? I know you're outside, right? But we can't even hear you, right? I know that's how DR is, but this is my channel, right? I can't hear you. She can't hear you. The audience can't hear you. So can you go to a quieter place, please? Because I can't hear you, Raquel. I think it's better that way because I just can't hear you.
Oh,
I'm
what
hearing baby
happened?
screaming. I'm hearing
Oh,
baby
okay.
screaming.
Okay.
I'm,
Okay, I
you
will
go.
explain you. I don't know where she's living. I don't understand if she's living here or not. I am sorry she's having a bad experience about Dominicans, but in all my interview, I always say there is a lot of things everywhere, and here we have people with very good education and we have people with very bad education. I told you we have people who are very racist and we have people who are not racist. About African food, yes, my love, of course. Of course, we have our food is influenced by the African food and Spain food. Black Americans, oh yes, why not? Maybe yes, but I don't know where you are living, and we have a tendency now who is very similar to Black Americans. But if we come to the beginnings in the art and the culture and everything, is most about Africans and Spain because Spain people they colonized the island. About the experience they had and the people calling her from, oh, you are from Haiti or you look like a Haitian people, is because this kind of people at the street who are like the standard people, they can even being offensive sometimes. Yes, it's very crazy. I will tell you why. Me, for example, they asked me, "You are Dominican?" And I was like, "Yes." I mean, Dominicans, there are black Dominicans, there are white Dominicans, there are blonde Dominicans with green eyes. And but people only can identify Dominicans as a light skin or black because most of us we are black, we look black or light skin. And I remember I have a very similar experience like her asking her if she's from Haiti. I have the same experience, people asking me if I am from another country, just because my accent is different and because I look kind of different. So I am sad if I'm sorry if some people have bad experience in my country, but I'm 100%. We also have bad experience with Black Americans because, honey, there are many people different everywhere. So I'm sorry. We have different experience. I at the moment I never had bad experience with Black American people, and I love them. I had bad experience with Dominican people, and I had a situation with my photographer. He's from New York. He's retired here, and a designer from Dominican Republic, she said, "Oh, that's why I don't talk. That's why I don't work with Black American people because they don't understand." And I was like, "Girl, I mean, like, seriously." And when he
Mm,
sent me the screenshot, he told me this is the first time in 4 years somebody is being racist for me with me, and I was like, and this is the first time I had this kind of situation in my team because it's very funny. How can a Dominican be racist with a
yeah,
Black American? Because we are all same.
I
And
agree.
so yeah, so I think she's talking based in her experience with the standard, with the kind of people she has in the environment and everything, because as I told you, we have very hard we have a very deep problem about education here.
Mm,
And I told you
okay.
before, we have a situation about education, about people who are not trying to open their mind, who are not being respectful enough.
Can I
I
be
mean,
sorry, Lima? Is my let me call it in. Just so hold on, but I agree. We can't say all Black Americans are the same. I've met in my travels. I've met a lot of good and great Black American men. So
yes,
we can't generalize all Black American men as the same.
yes,
There are many good Black American men. There are some that are bad. Every culture has good and bad people. But in my experience personally, majority of Black American men I've met have been great people to
hmm
be around.
me
They're
too.
very
I have the
you
same
know,
experience with Black American people, and I love it. I love some music and everything, but I love more Afrobeat, and
and
I'm doing more
yeah,
Afrobeat, and
and
I'm a piano amazing.
yeah, I respect their hard work and what they do in America. So a shout out to Black American brothers. We have to respect us what they do and what they go
You
through.
sounds
And
you sounds like Nigerian.
I'm Jamaican.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Uh,
Yes, I don't care,
uh,
but I
uh,
said
I'm
okay,
from the
okay,
UK. I'm from the UK. Yeah, but my background is Caribbean.
okay,
So
okay.
yeah, but let me bring in old crusty Uncle
Okay.
Rico in the background. Can you turn your camera on in the background, bro? So I know you're not a troll. Yep, thank you, old crusty Uncle Rico. You're confirmed. Brother, do you want to leave it on or turn it off? It's up to you, brother. You want to leave it on? Okay, give me a
Me?
thumbs up, bro. No,
No,
no.
I want to hear the people.
Okay, let me bring in Rico in the background. What's up, Rico? How you doing,
Oh,
bro?
Hey, good afternoon, International
okay. Hi.
Passport. Is Isma?
Yes.
Okay, forgive me, I got a little bit of a cold. I just want to make sure I pronounce your name right. So I didn't, and I'm happy. I'm an old man, so it's okay. I'm not hiding from anybody. I can be on camera. But I did want to
We.
say um, some of the things. I know Raquel left; she dropped, but I can co-sign a lot of what she says, if not everything she said. Uh, right now I'm in the States, but I have a house in Punta Cana. So I bought a house and been living in there off and on since 2021. So I know that city, that part of DR very well. I live in
Wow.
Don Pablo, right off Este Turistico Boulevard, right across from Cocobongo. So I can tell you, Punta Cana is the safest city in the entirety of the
Yes.
Dominican Republic. And we are out at night, even my old ass, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So
Yes.
crime
Oh,
rate is almost non-existent because they have all the touristical policia that they
yes.
typically don't have everywhere else. It's primarily in Punta Cana and the colonial zone in Santo Domingo. So I'm safer in Punta Cana than I'm probably and I live in DC in America. So
Yes, I know.
I want to clear up that aspect of everything else you said is true that in the DR they do have drugs, they do have gangs, they have all
Yes.
that. The bulk of that, from my experience, is in Santo Domingo. And
Mm-hmm.
it's neighborhoods you have no business being in the first place.
Yes.
I just wanted to definitely clear that up because I didn't want anybody to walk away thinking like they have to be afraid in Punta Cana. That's, your wallet out, maybe a little pickpocketing here and there if you leave something laying down. But yeah, I've been sloppy drunk and nothing's happened to me. So Punta Cana is very, very safe.
I want to share with you guys the experience I had in New Year. I have to work with Chic Royalton. I love this resort. I work as a model in Chic Royalton, and we have a very, very nice party for the New Year. And after that, my friends, they pick me up and we came to the, I know because you live in Punta Cana also, you know the bars who are in Cocobongo upside?
Patio.
Yes, yes, you know what I mean. There are many bars that, oh my god, the vibe was crazy. 3 a.m. everybody drunk, like, oh, happy new year. And I was like, okay, happy new year, you too. And in the bathroom, like, it's very crazy vibe. We've been dancing there after 3 or 4 a.m. And you know what we did? We came to the beach in Los Corrales. We have some police in Los Corrales.
Yeah,
and because that was very safe, especially for Christmas. That was very safe. Poly tour everywhere, and there was a police there, and we told him, hey bro, we want to sleep here for a few hours inside the jeep and wait to the sun when he comes out. And he was okay, no problem. You just need to stay in the car if you are drunk or something. And we sleep for 2 hours or 3, and we wake up at 7 a.m. at the beach. And there was people sleeping outside the beach. It was cool, but okay. So you can understand what I mean when some people say, oh, Dominican Republic is people are copying cultures, or people are this or that. I never say this is not happening. I am being 100% honest. You can find here many different experiences, but depends the kind of people you are hanging up, because I had bad experience with Dominicans. I had good experience with Dominicans, but always because the environment was different. So when those guys asked me about to find a woman to get married, of course there are many true people from another country who are happily married here, but there are another who are being scammed, and everything depends the people. But there are good and bad things everywhere. I'm not here to say Dominican is a perfect place. Any place at the moment is a perfect place, but it's a good place still.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Sorry. Let me bring in Raquel. I think she wants to jump on in again. But she's having problems. Okay, let me bring in Raquel in the background. I hope you're in a quieter place, Raquel.
Hello, you hear me?
Okay. I do, yes.
Because I got to go somewhere else because it's so loud over here. No matter in which place in my apartment I am, it's loud. So
okay, we hear you better now.
Yeah. Back.
Huh? Mayday. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Here with
Hello?
a woman. Hello.
Are you there now?
Me? Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello. Okay.
Yeah, fire away.
Okay. With the culture and with relationship over here, like, hello.
You're dropping off, Raquel. Raquel, call in again, because I can't really hear you. So, Rico, is anything you agree or disagree? So, Rico, do you agree with her point in regards to, Dominican woman, right? Do you think they're wifey, in your opinion, Rico, the average Dominican woman?
I wouldn't say the average. I think they can be. I look at and for full disclosure, my wife is El Salvadorian. So I have experience, and I've been married for 10 years. I have experience with Latin women. I'm not dating anybody in the DR. I'm happily married. But from my experience, I have a lot of friends. I got single friends who own homes, who live in Punta Cana as well. And we always talk about this. They're not passport brothers. There are Black men who travel. And I got a friend that's been living there for 4 years, and he's been having difficulty not finding a woman. Oh, he finds lots of women.
You can find a woman in every corner here.
Exactly. But a wife, it is fundamentally different, especially when you come from a westernized background. And the truth of the matter is, the DR, for setting aside Punta Cana and parts of Santo Domingo, it is still a poor country. It still is overall the big part of what Ishma talks about, and I can't echo enough. The education system is horrible.
Yeah.
So what you're basically going to end up with, and I don't want to insult anybody, if you come from an intellectual background, your choice of mates, you're not going to have access to very well educated Dominican women. Most of the women you're going to have access to will be abysmally educated. And that will create, they're beautiful. They're all of the reasons why the guys go over there for them. That's fine. I think they are submissive to a point. I think that's very deceptive, because I've seen some Dominican women, for all the things they talk about American Black women, I say like a third of them want to be Cardi B. And we know how we all feel about Cardi B.
Damn.
There's a lot of Cardi B's over there.
Yes.
A lot. Very overly sexualized.
BBL.
And I would not say that they follow Black American. They follow urban America. Because in America, it's not just Black women that's doing it, as you would know. I know a lot of Hispanic women in America twerking every damn where, tattoos from head to toe. They're beautiful. But if you look at the behaviors and the characteristics, can you find one? But I think it would take a long time. I think you would need the vetting process, which none of these guys are doing. They're coming over there, falling in love in the span of 6 months and being married. No, you just rushed into something.
And I think that is a very important point. Even if a woman has a very high level education, doesn't mean she's a wifey. Because I know women who are living in a small town who are very humble, and they are perfect wives for everybody. Because I think wife is about character, and education just can help you, but being a wife is more a character. When we say education, we are talking about how can I say, like school, universities, how many books and everything. This is when we say education. But the other kind of education, the education you receive in your home and everything, you can find a lot of women with high values and everything, even in the small town, in the very small towns. Even if they don't finish the school, they know how, they are very humble. They have a hospitality. They have a like woman in their essence, even if they don't have a master's degree or something like that. Of course, it's perfect if you can find a woman with all these points already, but not again at the point, again directly to the point, not because you came to the university you are a good wife. I mean, this depends about what a man is looking for. Sometimes a man only wants a woman who can bring him a company, and she can stay at home and care of the kids and everything, and he will bring her all what she needs, working outside and everything. This kind of woman, you still can find this kind of woman, but not in the places we are talking about. He has a point. That's 100% true. You will never find a woman like that in the street.
Let me just be clear about this too. When we sit there and she makes a great point, and I'm also saying, I'm not talking purely because more education is more than just books. What I'm saying is a lot of them have limited life education skills. So like their social skills may not be that great. So forget the books. It's like I got a friend of mine, like somebody said in the chat, I'll be on the Dominican route this afternoon at 6 p.m. Here's the whole point. You'll end up having to teach them things like, international. You got a world experience that if you get a Dominican woman, she may never have. And you can get exhausted. Like, I got to explain everything. And when you're not reading a book, it could be some of the simplest things, because a lot of Dominicans live the same way, especially like she said, if you're poor. The same foods, like almost all of them are eating the same thing, living in the same neighborhood, going back and forth to the same places. So they have even a limited life education because
Mhm.
it's poor. But that's not just the DR. You can see that in Thailand or other places. People
Yeah.
from the village, everybody in the village knows nothing but the village. They know nothing else.
Yeah.
So when you take
Yeah.
them out the village, you almost got a grown child because you're having to teach them the ways of the world about things that just a lot of them never had an opportunity to have.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can I come in here? So
Yeah.
you mentioned how a lot of women there want to be Cardi B. So Isma, why do a lot of Dominican women copy Cardi B? What is it about her that
Be,
Dominican women love about
when
Cardi B?
when he say Cardi B, he talks about everything. He talks about the much money she has, the looks, especially the looks. There is a kind of society who are telling women they need to have this kind of style to being successful. So they are following and doing everything and all what they need to do to get this body and everything. And it's we have this problem, but I think we have this problem all worldwide. Like in many countries we have the same problem. A lot of women trying to look in a certain way because they think it's like if they are very connected, if they are connecting a lot success of the way we look. And imagine it's important, the way we look is very important, but it's not everything. Not even as a model is everything. Not even as a model is everything.
Is it
So this
common?
is a big
So
problem here.
yeah, so you're telling me, so does the average Dominican woman copy Cardi B, or is it 50-50? 50% copy Cardi B,
No, 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 no,
50%
no,
don't
no,
copy
no.
her?
No, it's not everybody. It's more about underground culture. This is more underground culture. Women in the other part of the society with more opportunities and a different lifestyle, they don't even hear Cardi B. You know.
But
And
that's
I think as a woman, I born me okay about my experience. I born in a neighborhood, but I always had access to all the education I need. I went to the school. I had many skills, not only on marketing. I have other skills, and thanks to my parents, because even if they were humble people, they know the importance about education. So I received education in my home, and I received education in very good schools and everything. I traveled. I i had my I have different opportunities than the people who born in the same area than me. That's why I can express different, and as an actress and everything, I can meet different people. So my mind is always, growing. My mind is always openly to different things and everything. But this is not the same situation for most of the people who are growing in the same area where I'm growing, you know and that's the point. And I think we are talking about society in general, but it's very important to talk about that, so men especially can understand the place a woman came from is very important, because this can identify very points in their life.
and so even to go back to your question a little bit, absolutely, I think you can find a wife in the DR. I have several friends that have found down to earth women. Now, they didn't find them in the club because that's where you're gonna find all the little baby Cardi B's.
No, I
And
told
no,
her
I know, but like
stop
when you
going
know
to
Punta
Phoenix.
Cana, when they hit Punta Cana and Infinity, and I'm like, well, you're gonna get,
Movie.
and they're beautiful women there, beautiful, but you're gonna get a bunch of Cardi B's out of there, and they be packed with, and I'm like, whatever, but if you get, even if you get a regular Dominican woman that you can mold over, it still takes time. And only like my one friend, he's been living there for 5 years. And we say it all the time. You got to be living in the country and you need to invest the currency of time. Of course, they want you to have money. Absolutely, you got to have bread. So you can't come over there with no empty pockets. You don't have to be rich. You need to be able to provide because they're already poor. And I understand that. But
Yes.
I don't care how good of a woman you got, you need to invest that everyday time with them. And then you're life educating them and you're making a better wife for you. So then when you got a good one, part of it is you made it. You know, you did the work. You know, guys over there got a wife, never had a driver's license, can't drive anywhere. So if you get a car, it's like, you know, I don't know a man who don't want a woman that can drive. You don't know where the hell you going. You know what I'm saying? You new to the DR. She knows where everywhere is, but can't drive. These women be 30, 40 years old, never had a license. And I'm like, really? So, you know, to us, that looks odd, but they jump on the back of a scooter and go everywhere on a motorcycle, little moto concho. That's how they travel. And, you know,
most of the women here, they don't know how to speak in English. They only speak in Spanish. And this is not even a problem for people from Haiti, because people from Haiti can speak easily 3 languages: French, Spanish, Creole, English, like very easy.
At least 3, some of them 4 and 5.
Yes.
So where do we find so Mr. Rico, where do we find a wife in DR? So let's say you're a passport bro, you're in the US, you're tired of the US culture, you like DR woman from what you've seen in the US, you want to go to DR. Where do we go in DR to find wifey woman? Is it the library? Is it the parks, brother? Brother, what's your tips for brothers for finding wifey?
I don't think it's a place, you know, because they're really everywhere. But obviously, places where passport bros go, they ain't looking for wives. They're not looking. We know what they're looking for.
But
hold on, Isma.
No.
Right. So what you need to do, and I would suggest that, look, you need to basically ingratiate yourself into a community. Like, there's a lot of places in the DR where people need. I'm like, if you're going to go over there and you live there, volunteer in a community organization, because that's where your real gems are. That's where women that are humble, they're doing work, beautiful. I can't tell you, this is the part I don't get. I see so many 50, 60-year-old, we just talked about the other day, 60-year-old American men over there with a 20-year-old Dominican and having all kinds of headaches. But yet I've seen some of the most beautiful, drop dead gorgeous 30 and 40-year-old Dominican women who are considered aged out because nobody, I was like, why are you dating these older women? I got 2 friends that do it. They are killing. Those older Dominican women give those young girls a run for their money in the looks and in the body and in the sexuality. But we overlook them. So they're everywhere. They're working regular jobs because nobody even wants to give them a look, because everybody wants a 20-year-old who, no matter what, she's not mature. Her maturity level is still a 20-year-old girl. And if she's out there sleeping with an old man, you know what you got. Mm-hmm. You know what you got. It's destined to fail. And it does. Over and over. No 20-year-old Dominican girl wants to be with a 60-year-old man. They don't. They do not. If they with you, you know why they with you. The money. That's it. God. They want to be with somebody their age. But you can I can go to the DR tomorrow and come back. I can find, I don't know how old you are, but I know 50 Dominican women that's almost 50 years old that looks as good, if not better than her. And you're a beautiful woman. But I know a lot of 40 and 50-year-old Dominican women that look just as good because they do take care of themselves.
Yeah.
So why not get someone mature like yourself? That's all. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't know how to pronounce this. I put my age in the chat, but I don't know if you can see that, guys.
Yeah, I see your age. Yeah,
I see it.
Yes.
Yeah, I see it. You're right.
Can you say that? Because it's hard for me to pronounce.
30.
Yes, November 24. Yes.
Okay. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
but so what I would say to clearly answer it is, the best relationships that most people have gotten, they've been introduced to someone. So even my buddy John, he was introduced to his current wife. Got a friend named Carl. They were introduced. And you get introduced because you end up developing, which most of them did. My friend John did. When he got to the DR, he had far more male friendships. He didn't come to the DR chasing women. He was disabled, just that, whatever. So through these male friendships over time, you become part of the neighborhood where you live and people know you. Then people will trust you and say, hey, I'm going to introduce you to a friend of mine because you don't seem like a playboy. A lot of times, if you seem like a playboy, they're not going to introduce you to a good woman. They're going to introduce you to the ones in the club because they figure you just trying to be a playboy. So you don't get access to them because the travelers they do the same thing in Santo Domingo. All the clubs, Venezuela Avenue, you go there, it's all and popping.
Yeah,
But
wow.
you
a
know
lot
what
of
you're going to get.
information. Yes.
You know what you're going to get out of there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Exactly. This is exactly what I say before. If you are looking in this kind of areas, you will get what you get. And that's it.
Wow, incredible. Rico, we have to touch base behind the scenes, brother. If you can DM me on, are you on IG, brother? If you can DM me on IG, brother, I'd love to get you for an interview if you're interested about that, bro. Because you see, you're married to a Salvadorian chick. We can discuss that, bro. It's up to you, brother. But here's my IG in a private chat, brother. If you want to reach out and we can touch base. You're on mute. What was that, bro?
Okay. I can hear
Okay.
him, but
You're on mute, Rico.
we can
Okay.
hear you. Can you hear? I can hear you, but I can hear him, and I think he's talking.
Let me bring in Raquel in the background.
Yeah.
Okay. Raquel, okay, are you good?
Yeah, I hope so. Nah, the connection is very bad over here in this area. So I'm not living in Santo Domingo, and I was living a long time in Santo Domingo. So I know I'm what Rico say. He's right. Education is a really problem. That is the problem because people they're open-minded. So it takes time to teach them. It's right. It really takes time. And the other thing is a lot of them don't want to. They got this jealousy of people who comes from outside and being more educated. So when you
Yes.
tell them certain things, they don't receive.
Nah, come on, man. Yo, Raquel, get to quiet place. I'm not
I
bringing you on the
understand.
ground.
I know.
Come
I
on.
know what she say, and I know what she say, and that's true. But I think it's just it's the same it's the same thing I say before. I can understand the environment or the where that these people come from, because based on the things she's telling me about, I can understand she had a lot of experience with the people we are describing right now, so yes, I can understand what she say, because I live that as a Dominican. I live this with my own Dominicans. For example, my doll, my doll is not dark skin and it's not curly. Why I decide? Because, well, my doll, it has exactly my skin color, and it's not totally like brown or something. Okay. People from another country, they were like, oh, I love your doll and everything. Oh, everybody happy. But when people here in my country start to see the doll, I thought, oh, they are going to be very happy because we finally have our own doll or whatever. No, I had some haters, some people, Dominicans as me, talking a lot of things about this doll and everything, just because she's not dark brown and she doesn't have a curly hair. But what happens with the dark brown skin color and the curly hair? Me as a model, I can tell you, the people you see in the bank commercials, the people you see in the brand commercials here, most of them are white and blonde.
But
And this is not the standard here.
But one thing though, I'm going to have to echo Raquel on this part. The DR does struggle with race.
Yes.
A large part of it is around first of all, like me and Ismail say, I just cannot tell you guys how bad the education system is. It is very bad. So I think that that's a lot of it. I talk to a lot of Dominicans, and I understand the historical context, which they always lean on between Haiti and DR and the invasion of the Dominican side by the Haitians for 20 years, this, that, and that's all well and fine. And I tell them I can accept that and I can agree with that. But my issue is where I tell them where their weakness is on race is because it's even a racial divide. I'm like, put all Haitians out of the Dominican Republic. You will still see dark-skinned Black Dominicans at the bottom. And that is not by accident. I have very dark-skinned Dominican friends who tell me they're discriminated against almost on a daily basis.
Yes.
So I tell Dominicans, I'm like, y'all can't tell me you don't see color because y'all do. You can do the experiment yourself. Go to almost any bank, most restaurants, all of the dark-skinned people are mops. They're cleaning up. It just is. It is the same type of racism that we have in America. They just don't recognize it. They're not educated enough to know it when they see it, even to the point that the dark-skinned Dominican that's being discriminated against doesn't feel like he is because I'm not Haitian. I'm like, but they're treating you the same way. I know you're not Haitian, but they're treating you like you are because you're dark. That's what I'm trying to get them to understand. I'm like, you need to fight your government to say, hey, we need better representation. And I tell people all the time, yes, as she said correctly, they'll be like, oh, we mix. I say, ain't no such thing as mixed race. Mixed race means more than one race. There are white Dominicans, there are Black Dominicans, there are Asian Dominicans. I'm like, the chief of police of the entire Dominican Republic is an Asian. The head police officer, he is Asian. He has Asian ancestry all throughout. So I'm like, that's all it is. The reality is I don't fight with him about it. I'm like, the way I look at it, like, I never experienced any discrimination there because I'm American and I got money. So no matter what they see of me, they're going to sit there. That money and that American passport trumps everything. So you can be very dark-skinned. Once they realize you're American, you will be treated fairly. You will be treated good. I just don't think that should have to be the case. I don't think I should have to show you my passport for you to treat me decently. That's all.
That's interesting. So, okay, yeah. So you're saying that there's a lot of colorism there in DR, discrimination there. Now, what about how Haitians are treated? I've been hearing that there's beef between DR and Haitians for years now. Is that still the case right now in 2025? And is it still bad for Haitians in DR?
I mean, yes, and I mean it's like they treat Haitians. The perfect way I'd sum it up: Haitians are Mexicans in the DR. The same way the U.S. has thought of Mexicans, and you know how forever, oh, them illegals, and we do it in the U.S. too. So I try to cut them some slack because I'm like, we do that in the U.S. to certain groups. But the same way I fight against it in the U.S., I fight against it over there. So they're not going to do anything to harm them. They just want them, they feel like that too much of the country resources are being overburdened. And they do support a lot of Haitians. I'm going to flat out and say it like point blank. Yes, there are some Haitians that, they're deporting, but the country as a whole does a lot to help Haiti because Haiti is a failed state right now. With the gangs have just completely decimated Haiti, and more undocumented Haitians are coming into the DR. Their kids are going to the schools there, and they're using their health care. So I can't begrudge the Dominican government because they do a great job of that. But I don't give them too much kudos because, again, I go back and say, well, the education is trash. So what? You know what I'm saying? I don't think the education is good for the Dominicans. It's bad education. They need to put more money into schools, period, and their health care. But they, it's going to be bad for them always, Haitians in particular. But I don't think they feel that way about any other Black people specifically. So it's weird. It's like they'll put anything dark in one bucket, even Black Dominicans, and then Haitians they put in a special bucket. But they have that history. They have that history of having been invaded by Haiti. Haiti's right next door, and Haiti is a failed state that is a drain on them. So I kind of understand why. If I was a Dominican, I probably would feel that way a little bit, but I got more empathy, so I just can't.
Yes.
But yeah, it's. I'll never say no, but I'm learning more and more every day to cut PR a little slack.
Yeah.
Go on, Isma. Do you want to chime in on that?
No, I'm not agree with the things he say. I think he has a very how can assertive point about my society, the good points and the not good enough. Yes, I think as a society we have a lot of work to do still, and I think it's good. It's good the point. It's good the way we are. It's good the point to be focused on the money as my society is now, but we are forgetting the most important things. Now people here are trying to get money in all the ways they can get money. And about the Asians and Dominicans, yes, most of the people always will have some like difference with Asians, and I think this problem is not gonna end, never, exactly as other countries, Ukraine, Russia, and everything. I think as a society this is a problem about us with Haiti, people from Haiti. About me, as I say before, my ex, he born in Haiti and we had any problem, and we have a lot of successful people from Haiti who are living here, investing here. I have two friends, they are twins, they are working on real estate, they are businessmen now, people with very good education. We have a lot of people from Haiti investing here also. As in every country, we have difference with them, but other people love them. Me personally, I love people from Haiti. I love the food and everything, and I am trying to learn some Creole because I just realized the point when you are in the streets and you are working with people with Haitian people and everything, you don't know how to talk with them because they don't know Spanish and you don't know Creole, and sounds like nobody wants to learn Creole here. But if we have all these people here, we should have to learn Creole as the same way they learn Spanish. So I try to learn Creole now.
Let me ask you a question though, but to take the Haitian part out of it, how do you feel about how we know Dominicans treat, like even in a Dominican family, if you are they have some very beautiful light-skinned family members like you, then they will have some very, very dark-skinned family members. And they're all Dominicans, but they're not treated equally or the same. They'll pelo malo.
Pelo malo.
Yeah, they talk about their hair, their features. How do you feel about that? And how do you reconcile within Dominican, not Haitians, how they, again, all the Black people are at the bottom, whether it's in school, even in the family? How do
yes. Yes. Me personally, I always rejected this kind of behavior in my country, because maybe I disagree with people from other countries, yes, in many different points. But with my country, this is my problem. And this was always my problem because my family, they raised me very different. They are Christians. Most of them are Christians. So they don't care about looks. They don't care about how much money you have or your skin color or everything. So for me, when somebody is racist, I don't understand how or why. Because this is not the way I've been raised. So
okay, so let me read the super chat. Shout out to Mr. J Bones for the support. Muscle Stream IP. Haitians treated bad but more educated. Is that true? Would you say they're more educated, but they get treated bad there, Rico?
Yes, as a generally,
yeah,
Haitians they're some very educated people. As Isma said,
yeah,
almost every Haitian I know speak 3, some of them speak 4 or 5 and be learning another language. Now I also understand that it's a survival skill, But from my understanding and experience, that's just something that Haitians have done since little kids. They teach them multiple languages, and it serves them very, very well. They are also, I would have to say, as a generally, they are far more hardworking. The most hardworking people on the island are Haitians, even more hardworking than the Dominicans, and damn sight more hardworking than Americans. They are generally the overwhelming majority of the agricultural and the construction industry in the DR is almost majority Haitian labor. And they built my house, my villa. They don't use equipment. They build it by hand. They're building houses by hand. And it is unbelievable the amount of physical labor, but they do it for, they need a livelihood. They need to support their family. But they are some very smart and very hardworking and very humble people. I won't say they don't cause no problems, because they do. There are some over there that they come over there and they get into the same debauchery as the Dominicans. They absolutely do. So it does not speak for all Haitians. There are the most of them that are there because they know they're illegal. They try to keep their head down and work hard. But there's little gangs of them, even in Punta Cana, that we get the police to run their ass on. Up in Fruisa, that's mostly up the street from where I live, which is the Haitian neighborhood. Most of them are hardworking, but very educated, speak multiple languages. But you got to watch them. I say being in, the DR, you got to watch Dominicans and Haitians alike. Because, if they can get your ass, they're going to get you. Forgive my language. But if they can pull a fast one, we have a standing that we say they show up when they want to, even especially Dominicans, and never pay them up front, because they'll take your money and disappear and you'll never see them again. And you can forget about trying to run them down. So I don't think any of them are very honest, but they're both fairly hardworking.
Yeah, Dominicans and Asians, yes. I think everybody has a good point about everything. I mean, there is not any country who is not good enough for nothing, and that's the point. But yes, for example, the girl who fixed my wigs and my hair and everything, she is from Haiti, and most of the women who bring me some service, they are from Haiti, and that's not a problem. But there is something very funny, and it is when we talk about a kind of music, or I say, oh, I know that singer, or oh, I know that song, or I know that food, I like that food. They are like, oh, for real? I mean, you can speak Creole, or you like this music. It's because for them it's so weird with a Dominican is involved in their culture or something, because they I think like they are already traumatized about the rejection, and so they think everybody is the same. And if I end up in the streets, or I came in a place who is full or people from Haiti or something, and I am nice, they are like, she's for real nice. I mean, like, she's being nice with us, and that's super weird. I know they know everybody is being racist with them or whatever, but it's still like weird for them when somebody's too nice.
Wow,
Now,
incredible. Go on, bro.
I wanted to ask her another question, because this is the thing, and like I read up on the DR every day. I get a Dominican newspaper sent to me electronically every day, because it's my second home, it's my retirement home, so I want to know what's going on there. Mm-hmm. I don't think you should move somewhere and be uninformed. So I know quite a bit about the DR, a lot, probably more than most Dominicans, because I read every day, nonstop. But the one thing that I find myself, me and my wife were talking about a little bit problematic, is the DR right now is, forget the racism, colorism issue. It's also a very sexist country. Men are up here, women are down here, flat out. They are. But that's most of Latin America, but it is very strong in the DR. And even to the point where right now, I think they have a high femicide rate, where they talked about the number of women that were being deleted.
Yeah.
Deleted. So many of them have been being deleted in the DR, and I think last year's numbers were on the increase. So knowing that, how does that make you feel as a woman? And a second question is, they also have a high rate of single motherhood, a lot of them, higher than in the US.
Yeah.
And they have a high rate of teen pregnancies, higher than the US. So these are things that when men talk about going to the DR, I'm like, this, with all of this being in their culture, you guys got to shop smarter. You can't just shop with your eyeballs. That's going to get you in trouble. So how do you feel about those struggles with women in the DR?
Keep it PG. Keep it PG, Ismail. Yeah, keep it coded, please.
Okay. Can I talk?
Yeah, but remember, keep it coded. Keep it PG. Right? Don't get too deep. Yeah. So keep censor it. So censor some words. Keep it very. Yeah.
And it's all the same point. It's all the same point. Sexuality is education also. In my country, for example, a lot of women start to have.
Whoa. Okay. Now I gotta come in there. Sorry, we have to keep it PG. Sorry, avoid saying, avoid sex. Yeah. So skip sex, skip age, whatever. Skip sex completely. Okay. Keep it very PG. No sex talk. Skip that completely. Okay. Talk about other parts, but no sex talk. Okay. Thank you. Okay, we've got to keep it PG. Okay, go on, Isma.
Okay.
sorry. YouTube is just weird, man. YouTube is weird. Sorry, I've got to keep it very PG.
Turn on the microphone. Oh, come
you
on.
making us work. We got to work.
Let me articulate. It's gonna take some time. Okay. Since I was a teenager, I always.
Okay, no. Skip that. Skip. So talk about. Okay, how about we skip the whole
just skip
the whole point. Skip it. Okay, skip it. Just because YouTube is very.
What
very
about
iffy.
in the job? What about in the workforce? How women and men are treated on the job? Like I see, like at work, like whatever a man says, no matter, he could be at the lowest level, they have to listen. And like with women, I've seen women managers just not be given the same treatment or respect because she's a woman, even in politics.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And even if you are in a meeting with people who are working with you, you say your opinion, and a man, I mean your boss or another people, they need to say exactly what you say. But just because he is a man, your word has more his word has more credibility. Like, oh yeah, that's okay. And I was like, that was exactly what I say. Okay, thank you. But let me it's the same. The kind of stuff we talked before is the same. This is included in education also. And this is a country just like that. Some people are doing a lot of things, but behind the scenes, in front, they still talk about this. It's like, oh my God, this is a shame or whatever. No, thanks God, my parents, they were always open with me. So for me, it was easy. And something I really appreciate about my mom is she gave me unfocused to men until I had a certain age. So she kept me always, my father, she always kept me busy doing sport, volleyball, tennis, modeling stuff, whatever, but always on focus. So all the girls who has this kind of situation, if you investigate, what you been doing in this age? Oh, going on dates, going up the school, maybe, yes, but not doing something else, like in free time, school camps or something. That's very important. And it's the same situation anyway. We still have the same problem.
Now, obviously, like for me, okay, I get there's some issues there, right, in terms of women and men. And the way I see things is that we don't want DR to become like America, where women have animosity towards men to the point where dating's hard, people are frustrated. People are becoming passport bros because of how the dating culture is. Now, I believe that yes, there should be things done if if certain things are stopping a certain gender from living safely, then yes, that's wrong, right? But in terms of not having respect for men, we need women to have respect for men because it's been like that for many generations, and that keeps order. Women, women respects men, men respects women as well, but the respect has to be that women, but women must let men lead because we have to go back to our biological instincts. Men want to lead, women follow, women submit, and women let the man lead. That's how I see things, right? But a man should not hit his woman. A woman shouldn't hit their man. There must be respect there. But women must let men lead, and men must protect and love and cherish a woman. That's how I see things from a objective view. Now, go on, bro.
Part of the problem, though, is, and I hear what you're saying, and I agree with it 100% up to a point, because in the DR, like I said, not that I don't know a ton of Dominican women because I'm married. I know some. I know quite a few, but I know way many more Dominican men. So the other side of that coin, where all the things you speak of, let me tell you about Dominican men. They are wildly unfaithful.
Not all. Remember, bro, we're gonna say not all. Some. Remember,
right. I just some. Because I certainly don't know all of them. But I'm saying, like, just culturally, it's a badge of honor for them to have a wife and 3 girlfriends. That's just part of their culture. And they look at me like I'm crazy for not having that. And I'm like, huh? I'm like, my wife would kill me. Then on top of it, like I said, they're very 100 years ago, how we were in America, they still carry that way. So I think some of the change we see in Dominican women are a reflection of how the men are. A lot of them, not all, are not very good providers.
So they're have to go outside and work and do the
the woman has to work. I know a lot of the men that don't work that the women are working. So then it's like, I don't want them to change, but I'm like, well, I mean, these dudes, they're different. They're different. I'm not saying they're bad. I know some that are great, run businesses. The builder of my house that lives behind me, he's a multimillionaire and all this and that. But if the vast majority of the population is in a certain socioeconomic level, basically, we'll say they have a very small upper class, a slightly bigger middle class, but the bulk of the DR is the lower class. That's where all of the things, the upper class and middle class is perfect. But the rest, it's a mess. So I think we as men outside of the DR, we look at the women and we say, well, we don't want you to change to get like ours. But I'm like, nobody's looking at the men that they have to deal with. That's in a way forcing them to have to do more of the provision. And we know in America, if the woman has to become more of a provider, she becomes more masculine. Absolutely. And I'm like, how am I going to tell a woman that has to provide not to have any backbone? That is that a little weird?
Isma, do you want to see your last point? I know you have to go. Your phone is dying. So Isma, do you want to say your last statements before you go? Anything you want to say before you drop off, Isma?
My phone. It's the battery. The battery is dying.
Yeah. So Isma, so do you want to say your last points before you go?
Exactly as I say in the beginnings. I think there is everything. There is a lot of things and everything everywhere, and even if as a society, like in all the countries, we have problems. Passport Bros can keep focus on all the amazing adventures you can get here, and the humble people you can meet everywhere here. And if you are looking for love or something more serious, you need to spend more time in communities here, not only for vacation, because you will find something just fast as your vacations. If you are looking for more stability, you need to invest more in communities in DR and trying to get access to another people who has another level of education, not only people who are looking to survive and trying to find somebody who can do the hard work for them. And about the safety and the adventures, we already say that depends of the place where you are. But I mean, if you are a tourist and you are exploring the country, you don't need to go in the most dangerous places. Why? You need to travel more than one time to try this kind of adventures. And we have amazing beaches. The food, the everything is still more cheap than US travel here, and in many places. And all even all inclusive resorts, they are done already. People like to rent Airbnb and explore by themselves. They can do this because this is a safety country, and you can find everywhere men who a man in a neighborhood or whatever who will trying to help you to explore the area. It's like a random people everywhere who can help you to do anything. And I think you attract most of the time the same type of person you are. That's why most of my experience as a model travel, working with people from another country is a good experience, and with Dominicans also. Sometimes bad, sometimes good, but that's okay. And oh yes, I have to go now, but I really appreciate the opportunity to speak here and express my opinion and everything. Was a nice it was a nice way to meet you also. I really appreciate the way you can talk about Dominicans and the way you know how good you know the how is doing the society here. Even a lot of Dominicans don't a lot of Dominicans can explain the point in the way you can explain the point. I really appreciate that. And Pifton, also, I appreciate the way you invite me here and spend this Sunday with you. I am open to come here again and talk with a lot of and other different topics and everything. And yes, and that's it.
Perfect. Isma, next time, if you can bring your, if possible, your female friends, your Venezuelan
Yes.
friend, your Colombian friend, that'd be perfect. And we can do like a
Yeah.
group interview. How does that sound, Isma?
Yes, yes. This can be amazing. Yes. We need to
Let's do
talk
that.
about it.
I'll message you, okay?
Yes, no problem. Thank you again.
Thank you, Isma. Speak to you soon,
Bye
okay?
bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye,
See ya.
everybody. Thank you.
Take it
Thank you so
easy.
much. Bye bye.
Look after yourself. Bye bye. Thank you, Isma. That's Isma right there. I gotta go, Rico. Rico, let's touch base on by email, IG. You have my IG. I have your email. Let's get you for an interview, brother. Your
Yeah,
perspective from a
just
man
send me
about
an
DR.
email. Yeah.
Okay, brother. So, what can you speak on? Is it El Salvador and DR? I'm guessing.
Yes. Yeah, I can speak on
Okay.
El Salvador and DR. Those are the two places I travel the heaviest. Obviously, one I have a retirement home, and the other is where my wife's from, so I go to a lot. But I do travel other places as well. I was all in Europe. I got a trip planned to Panama later this year. So me and my wife, we're foodies and we travel a lot, and I've been traveling a lot, pretty much all my life. But basically, I've gotten heavy into the DR because it's big. I got a big trip coming up in 2 months there where I'm going to travel other parts of the country other than Punta Cana, Samaná, where the African Americans of the DR, Frederick Douglass had brought over 200 years ago. A lot of people don't know about that. La Vega, get up in Puerto Plata, and of course, I'll touch on Santo Domingo towards the end, Santiago, and a few other places. But those are my two places of expertise. I would say it's El Salvador and DR, specifically Punta Cana. It is a great place. Have you ever been?
Nope, I haven't been.
You gotta go. I think you would love it. It's they don't even call it DR. They call it the Miami of the DR, and it is, but it's pretty much U.S. prices there. But what I tell everybody is you have all the safety factors and amenities there that you don't have anywhere else on the island. Like we don't have power outages ever. They have power outages in the capital almost every day. So I didn't see, to me, it makes no sense to move to another country and live lesser than where you're coming from. That just doesn't make any sense. But that was part of how me and my wife, when we looked at retirement, because we did look at El Salvador before, and then but that was before the president cleaned it up. I wish we had a board there because that is also super safe now, San Salvador. But back then when we were looking, the gang still had it. And I hope that, my hope is that, with whatever intervention that's going to happen to Haiti, I hope they go in and clean it up, get a prime minister or a president like they have in El Salvador, because I think Haiti's a beautiful country that can make a turnaround as well. But they just going to need a strong man to come in there and do it.
Awesome, brother. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, bro. Thank you very much, Rico. We'll be in touch. I'm gonna drop you off now, brother. Salute
All
to
right,
you.
thank you for letting
bro.
me up, sir. Talk to you later.
Good questions. Thank you, Rico. Appreciate you, bro. So let me super chat. Shout out to Jay Bones for the support. Dominican men on a live, the woman 3 times a day. Jeez, that's crazy. What the flip? IP, my bro's wife is from DR. She doesn't like her own men. Wow, what's happened there in DR? We'll get some more insight with Rico in the future. So great stream, brothers. Again, I hope you're motivated now to get your passport to travel. You can see when you travel, your eyes open, greater horizons. Okay. That's why I do my IT stuff. That's why I thank God every day that I chose IT as my career path. Remote work is possible. My skill set can apply to any area around the world. I ain't got to learn the language, So, and that's why me and Phil, we push IT, right? That's why me and Phil push IT. I strongly advise you join my Python course, okay? I'm telling you, IT is going to get you out there living to your true potential, okay? The skill set is reviewed forever. It applies anywhere around the world, okay? Phil will teach you cloud. I'll teach you Python. The other day, my former Python student, shout out to Sid, okay? He got his first IT job, okay, as a senior cloud engineer. His first ever job is a senior job, right? Now he's gonna live it up, okay? Okay, we taught him, me and Theo. So again, I strongly advise you, all 100 of you, to join my Python course. So go on my Patreon, okay? Look for the tier called the Ultimate Python Course January 2025 tier on the Patreon and join my Python course. We start class January 26th every Sunday. Morning and evening classes only go to 1. Bring your laptop, install Zoom. I'm going to teach you. There'll be homework, there'll be labs, there'll be lecture slides. We're going all in, okay? You're getting taught by the Python bro himself, IP International Passport, over Zoom. Networking is possible, all right? You're going to meet new people. You're going to be on the same journey. I'm going to give you access to all the explicit intel on the Patreon, all the stock intel on the Patreon, all the stocks intel on the Patreon, all the crypto intel on the Patreon, all the IT intel on the Patreon, right? And if you don't want to be a part of it, you're losing out, bruv. Because again, time goes and people are taking your spot. People are taking your spot. Okay? IT is the best industry as a passport, bro. Nothing else, bro. I'm always going to preach out IT because there's so many fields in IT you can apply Python to. Cybersecurity, cloud, data science, or maybe you want to become a Python engineer yourself. I can help guide you to those paths, bro. I can help you against those paths, right? You have a good opportunity to learn Python from me at a very cheap cost. Boot camps are charging 10 grand to teach you Python, right? I'm charging very, very little, okay? And you have access to a network, and you have access to me and Theo who know the IT game. I mean, come on, bruv. Right? If you want this, you gotta go and get it, man. 2025, we're not playing no games. I've been doing back-to-back streams every day in 2025. I ain't playing no games. I've got some big plans coming this year, bruv. Don't just watch, do it, bro. Action. Take action in your life. Start studying. Set a timetable, set a calendar. After this, I'm going to the gym after this stream. I'm gonna come home, I'm gonna study for an hour, get ready for work tomorrow. And I've got streams planned next week, bro. I've got another stream tomorrow with another Dominican chick. All right? Do you want it or not, bruv? Do you want it or not? Bruv. all my brothers in my network, they're all real IT bros, sharing intel. Okay, sharing intel. Right? Damn. There you go, bruv. So again, deadline, you got 10 more days to join. We start class. If you miss out, you miss out. Make sure you join Theo's classes too, because Theo will be having his own cloud class. You get taught cloud by Theo. You get taught Python by me. You're set, bro. Okay? Again, if you want to hear the explicit intel as to how freaky DR women are in the bedroom, check out the Patreon for that. The Patreon is crazy, bro. The Patreon is crazy. I dropped a 5-part series about Ukraine. I'm dropping Moldova next week. How freaky Moldova women are in the bedroom. And guess what? Moldovan chicks are freaks. But they won't tell you that, right? The media won't tell you that. All right? But in our network, in our space, information is key. Intel is key. So if I go Moldova, I know how to move out there. I know where to go to, how to meet women, right? The Patreon is key for deeper intel, bruv. Book your IT consultations, right? For IT guidance and IT support, because we're going ham in 2025. We're going ham, bro. We're not playing no games. It's a crypto year this year too, bruv. It's a crypto year. It's a bull run year in 2025. And I've been telling brothers for the past year and a half, right? Invest, DCA. I've got brothers to come on my stream. So you can't tell anyone that I'm not doing nothing for black men. No one can say that IP isn't doing nothing for black men. Some of y'all don't even take the opportunities that's out there, bro. You don't take it. And then you complain about your life, how nothing's happening in your life. Well, the channel's giving you all this information and you don't do ish, bro. You take no courses. You don't reach out. You don't ask questions. And then you depressed, then you frustrated, then you crying. Well, tough. Take some effing action in your life, bro. It's a new year. Get to it, bro. Let's get it. We're playing no games this year, cuz. This is it. Bruv. Let's get it. Where's the fire in your heart? Where's the fire in your stomach? Where's it in your mind? No games to share, only progression, only moving forward, right? Okay? So if you want it, you know what to do. Some of y'all will get left behind, and I don't care because I've done what I can as a brother. I can't do everything, but I can do what I can. I've given you intel, I've given you motivation, right? We've almost done every country on planet Earth, okay? So on that note, right, if you know anyone that has been to these countries, okay, because this year, let's get all of Europe done, okay? Anyone that has been to Armenia, Lithuania, Ireland, Belarus, Belgium, Kosovo, Montenegro, Slovenia, and North Macedonia, reach out to me. If you know someone that's been to those countries, reach out to me. Those are the only 10 European countries that I've not done on this channel for an interview. Okay? Let's get every country done this year, bro. Even Greenland, bro. Even Greenland. Are the snow queens, the snow frozen snow bunnies in Greenland, right? Checking for brothers. We want to know. Okay? So those countries for Europe, we've not done. Okay. What else? Aside from that, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. What else? What else? That's pretty much it. Obviously, we need to have Africa done as well, and South America, but step by step, okay? So you know what to do. Reach out to me, Python course. I'll see you there in class. and more about yourself. Okay. So again, let me know if you want to come on the channel, and I'll speak to you all soon. Okay. Have a great weekend. I'll see you tomorrow for the DR Woman stream part 2, and then we'll go on from there. Peace out. Okay.